in time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness. Look at me that way. It broke my heart to see. It's too hard, it don't come easy. I went dark, I lost it right away. And when it starts, God knows what I'll say. In my head, I had good reason. I went red so unexpectedly. I should have said that sometimes happens to me. Of darkness. Time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness. Look at me that way. It broke my heart to see. It's too hard, it don't come easy. I went dark, I lost it right away. And when it starts, God knows what I'll say. In my head, I had good reason. I went red so unexpectedly. I should have said that sometimes happens to me. Of darkness.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling alive, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night.
We're stuck in your car on a Friday night, and we laugh away stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. Whatever it is, it just feels so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing now, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? Can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for feeling the high, chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night.
We're stuck in your car on a Friday night, and we laugh away stuff we try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah. 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. I swear that you look at me differently. Whatever it is, it just feels so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah. And that I'm sick of this friend zone. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you
Unstoppable.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Mit dem Scheitel wäre es natürlich toll, wenn man den nicht vergisst zu machen, weil sonst ist es einfach nervig, wenn man jetzt...
Kannst du mir helfen mit dem WLAN-Passwort?
Mom, geh doch einfach auf die My Swisscom App!
You ready? Huh? Hey, boy, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Et voilà, Internet ultra rapide.
Toujours pas.
Bah non. Ouais, allô? Ouais, écoutez, j'ai un souci familial. Ça marche pas.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another amazing Clash Royale evening in the Swisscom Hero League powered by ESL. We have some amazing Clash Royale high-level gameplays for you. That is my dear friend Luca Don Rigoni, beautiful, young, handsome. It's a pleasure to watch him and listen to him. And then of course it's also me, myself and I, the three of us, Chief Avalon. Happy to commentate those great matches for you. So, what are your thoughts on the matches that happened yesterday, and what are your thoughts going into the matches today?
I mean, we had quite the highlights yesterday, to be honest, but in the end, like, a lot of them were quite quick sweeps, actually. I think we had 2 or even 3 zeros, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, in the end, it seemed quite one-sided, even though the individual games were quite a head-to-head. But here we can actually see the schedule for tonight, where we're gonna be starting out with the match between Toyboy and Senpirect, followed by once again a showing here from one of our newcomers in Adipa versus the currently reigning king and champion Solak.
Yeah, we have 2 Schmankerl highlights, sweet matches here on the screen tonight. That is 1 from Senpirect and 3 from Senpirect against Jesus. Senpirect, you know it, is our 4 times champion, still unbeaten in this season. I'm really curious if this is going to continue tonight when he goes against Jesus. Well, we'll see if he finally meets, I'm almost saying his lord, but we'll see.
Finest maker here.
Senpai against Jesus. Gonna be an amazing match. And then, of course, Dutchim against Kefran. Also 2 high-level players. So, wow, some really great schmankerl there.
Yeah, I mean...
I love the word, you know this.
I realized a tiny little bit. Yeah, but actually, I mean... Kefran versus Dutchim usually, or at least in the past, has been quite a high-level matchup, actually. But as it stands now with the current standings, that's actually a match that determines who will like be able to remain in the league and who will potentially drop out of the first division here, since they both currently share the tail end here of the standings with only 1 win each to their name. So quite high stakes there, but also of course for the likes of Senpai Rect. He's been looking fantastic coming into this season 6 here in the Swisscom Hero League, but also like he has a little something to prove, and so far he looked super strong in all his 4 matches that he all won so far. And with the 2 tonight, he can actually get even with Solag for the moment being, with them both being undefeated. And then next week on Tuesday, we're gonna see the duel between those 2 titans.
Yeah, that's also gonna be amazing. But first things first, Senpai against Toyboy. Toyboy also an experienced and a strong player. We've seen him last season, he performed really well. But also, as you just said, Senpai started really strong this season. He seems to be ready. I think he studied his opponents quite a bit, so he knows what they play. He was actually really good at predicting them and predicting their plays and decks. And he's also fit with all the decked archetypes, so really a strong performance so far from Senpai. I expect nonetheless today.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd certainly expect him to. I think playoff spot is already locked in here, but I can certainly see him making his way all the way into at least the semifinals. The decider there will be, of course, or rather the stakes for both Solag and Senpai will of course be, can they lock in the first and second spot respectively. That would mean they are not on the same side of the bracket, therefore they would only meet in the finals. Otherwise we might have a bit of a kingmaker play potentially, but then there's still cheeses who could potentially be there for an upset. But yeah, you want to tell us the bands,
yes,
so shoot away.
There they are, the bands for today. Toyboy bans the Lava Hound. That's interesting because, I don't know, actually Senpai did play the Lava Hound, I think yesterday. And Senpai bans the Goblin Cage.
Yeah.
The Cage Goblin. Whatever. One of those 2. The Goblin Cage. And yeah, that's actually, it's a strong card.
The Goblin Cage certainly is arguably probably still the strongest building currently in the game, because it is so super versatile. And that Goblin Brawler is also like a secondary effect that always demands an answer out of your opponent, and it's really one of these cards where you like you can either use it completely defensively, but also like see it as a bit of a elixir bank, if you will, where you just plop down the Goblin Cage for elixir, fill back up your elixir bar, and then you like have that additional support coming out from the Goblin Brawler, who's still super strong even though he's been nerfed in the past, and can support your big push potentially with that.
It looks like Toyboy totally doesn't want to play against air, but I'm not sure that this ban will actually save him, because there's also this minor balloon deck that could be played. And we've seen that in previous matches, that usually the players are not so well prepared to defend against air. So that's something to keep in mind here. Air decks have proven to be really strong, not because of their strength, but because usually players are not so well prepared for them.
Yeah, that's the current thing with like how even the meta currently is. There isn't really one specific archetype that's completely dominating the scene, and therefore a lot of the decks are like built around being super well-rounded and good into a lot of things, and not like just countering that one specific thing that a lot of players are bringing. And a lot of times that means that there aren't too many things to deal with an air-heavy deck. Okay, we're getting a bit of an update. Apparently the deck...
Should we really tell them?
I think they're not playing it by what they're saying.
So
the bans are already decided. So.
Got informed that Senpai actually made a little misplay there. It was not it was not his intention to ban the goblin. But nevertheless, it's already been fixed, and so yeah.
He wanted to play to apparently ban the goblin hut instead of the goblin cage. So yeah,
a little typo, but I think that will not have a too big of an effect. Hopefully.
Yeah, and this time around we actually got Senpirek here back on camera. Actually glad to see him back here with the beautiful Mind Sanity jersey there in the back, and I like that poster. A monkey with the banana gun there. Meanwhile, Toyboy looking as stoic and immovable as ever.
Yeah, he will not show any physical response here. He's always very cool.
And there we see both of these players actually running the cannon cart here, meeting right on top of the bridge, therefore equaling each other out there pretty much. And also Musketeer there being deployed on the side of Senpirek. Looks to be the mortar here coming out, and that's a Mother Witch here for Toyboy. In the meantime here, the mortar has already locked onto that Mother Witch here and will be taking her out. There's also
just
now an Earthquake coming down.
Focused Senpai is. He's so concentrated. We rarely see him that focused.
Yeah, and there's the mortar now locked onto that tower there right away. Also great defense here coming out with that royal delivery onto the goblin drill there, and quite a significant damage lead already being accrued here by our friend Senpirek.
You would really not expect this, but Mortar has shown to be a really viable deck this season. A lot of people played it successfully.
Especially on like the higher end of the skill spectrum, I feel. So like our veterans are very experienced players, namely Senpirek, Solak, and also Jesus. They've shown like a great affinity when it comes to those mortar decks.
And of course the Goblin Drill is a rather new card, kind of new, and it can be very annoying.
Gets to absorb the mortar there actually on the side of Toyboy. They're quite last second though. As there's another cannon card now coming down for Senpirek. Still about a 400, 500 even damage lead here for Senpirek. And now the Royal Hawks coming.
Yeah, they are. The beautiful combination, the Royal Hawks with the mortar. And then he also has the Earthquake here to add to his pushes.
Fireball though, making sure they do not get too much damage off there. But there's another mortar now in the arena. Cannon.
Unfortunately, the Barbarian hit the mortar. That was a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing here for Toyboy that he actually does have the bar barrel in his deck, and that does really helps him out a lot here in taking care of these mortars. That Senpai seems to be playing quite aggressively.
Next mortar locked on the cannon card, but cannon card actually is a good counter to the mortar.
Yeah, it's very, very tanky. Double health bars here can absorb a lot of these shots, and now there's another Goblin Drill coming
the Valkyrie takes easily care of those.
You don't see the Valkyrie too much anymore these days. Most like whenever Goblin Drill came out, the need for like AoE splash damage was quite high, and for the most part it was Valkyrie and the Dark Prince. And in the past few weeks, it looked like the Dark Prince seems to be the superior choice.
I think Dark Prince, we should actually check this. I think it's probably one of the most played cards at the moment.
Yeah, I think so too. Their beautiful mortar here coming down once again, and the Valkyrie even getting a hit off onto the tower there. 950 HP now just remaining as we enter triple elixir time here. And
I must say this looks really good for Senpai. He plays this really calm and focused, and that steady chip damage pays.
Yeah, it certainly does here. Earthquake followed by Earthquake here. There's another Goblin Drill now though, coming down, and that Goblin Drill can really swing a matchup quite fast if one of those was to connect, but Senpirek doing a great job here of defending against that onslaught of troops. As now Toyboy is really stepping on the gas here. wants to get
I feel like
past.
Toyboy, he also kind of found a recipe here against the mortar with that cannon card that he always plays into the mortar.
Yeah,
That
but
works really
nevertheless,
well.
like he still doesn't get enough damage in. I mean, he still needs 1,000
yet,
damage and will not be able here to close it out, I don't think. And that will be the tiebreaker here, going over in favor of Senpai Rect.
A beautiful first point here for Senpai. It was a close matchup. I feel like Toyboy played this one really strong actually. But he had a rough start where Senpai could take a lead and then Senpai could defend that lead to the very end of the match.
Yeah. It looked just super calm and collected here, actually by both of these players. But Senpai just overall doing a bit of a better job here, just edging out those small little advantages, especially some early mortar hits getting in there, then of course continuously throwing down those earthquakes, which I think made up for most of the damage actually on Toyboy's tower.
I'm not sure anymore. Maybe the first mortar did connect to the tower.
Yeah.
That's what gave him the lead. And
it connected onto the Mother Witch, but since the Mother Witch was standing right next to it, he actually got one shot in there. So bit of early damage.
Toyboy got surprised by the mortar very early on. But afterwards, I think he countered the mortar really well with the cannon card.
Yeah.
That's really a good thing.
It was also quite interesting
guys,
that we only saw
one. Just a second. Keep your thought for a moment.
Okay.
Just a second. If you don't want to miss anything, if you want to be part of this amazing action here with the Clash Royale matches, also drop us a follow. You find our social media on mine on linktree.ee/ChiefAvalon. There's basically all the links, but it's actually easier. Wherever you look for me, you will find me with the name Chief Avalon. Be that Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, name it. And then my dear friend here, also drop him a follow. He needs some followers. So help him out. Help him out.
I'm not Jesus.
Drop him a follow.
On followers.
Drop him a follow. Yeah, you need more than 12.
No, it's quality over quantity.
Drop him a follow on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter if you like, and then you're always getting this information of when we are live, when these matches take place, and you will never miss it. Now, time for your thought. Have you been able to keep it?
Of course I have.
Good, go on.
No, actually, what I found interesting about this match that we just witnessed, Senpai, he actually only played this Royal Hawks once, and that's really rare that we see a player essentially holding back onto his win condition for most of the match, essentially. Just realizing, okay, I don't need it here, but it looks like he's back to the Hog Rider here for the second match, and now, yeah, he's a bit annoyed here. Yeah, he wanted to ban it, but he doesn't get to, so it will be played against him. But it's actually quite a worthwhile trade here, taking out a Goblin Hut.
Maybe Toyboy has done this on purpose because he knows he wanted to ban it.
Yeah, I could also see like why Senpai Rect chose the deck he just showed.
Oh, the Mega Knight.
Oh, Mega Knight, they're coming in. Great counter
Not
into
a bad
that Hog Rider. But that Firecracker here splashing away at the tower. 39 HP now remaining here. Valkyrie has to be played forward in order to take care of the Mega Knight here.
Luckily he's got Firecracker. That played really well here.
Yeah. I mean, also in his match, in his matches yesterday, Firecracker was so valuable. But now that will be a King Tower activation here for Toyboy.
Nice one. Nice play by Toyboy.
Yeah. Props to that Firecracker here. Inting.
It seems like Toyboy really likes the Goblin Drill. This is already the second time he plays it in 2 matches.
Yeah, he's a bit of a... Looks like he's a bit of a sinner here. And, great
he likes the drill.
He knows the drill, I guess. But once again here, a good prediction coming out for Senpai Rect, assuming that his opponent will probably be running a building again and has the Earthquake ready for it. So
Senpai again,
not much value once again here.
Not playing a building, that's kind of risky here for Senpai.
I mean,
I think the only game he lost yesterday was also when he didn't play building, but he actually has the Tesla.
Place that right behind the tower there in order to potentially absorb the hits from the goblins, but now he knows he only has like 8 elixir here to defend against the cannon card plus the Mega Knight here.
He does
That'll
really
be quite
well,
a
though.
tall order. But actually, it's doing a great job here.
That was actually really surprising.
Yeah, the poison there to help out that push. He manages to stabilize. Is still a little behind here on elixir. Now the question is, can he hold?
It's a different game than the first one we've
round.
seen here. Toy Boy really on the push.
Yeah, certainly so. And then once again here, the poison is being deployed by Toy Boy, and it looks like as long as the match goes on here, he certainly does have the advantage here. Expect another Mega Knight coming down here. That Hog Rider will get 1 hit at least.
Only 1 hit.
And now the damage lead here is quite comfortably in favor of Toy Boy.
That's really bad. You actually want the Hog Rider to hit at least twice.
There he goes. That tower will not be long for this world. There's another poison just to make sure. And Toy Boy tying the score here for a 1-1.
Yeah, I think like Toy Boy really read into Senpai here and predicted him really well, playing that counter to the Hog Rider. I'm actually not even sure if Senpai played the Hog Rider yesterday as well as his second.
I brought it once,
Could
I think,
be.
if I'm not mistaken.
So
pretty much the same deck there being run. And he actually did have the building in the Tesla here.
So he likes the Hog Rider, and Toy Boy really wanted to go against this Hog Rider. I think he predicted him really well here.
Yeah, and also like once again here, unrelenting aggression and pressure coming out for Toy Boy. And yeah, I mean with the Mega Knight, he had the natural counter, but also overall with his deck he had great answers, not only to the Hog Rider, but also the rest of Senpai's deck there. So
I really like the banana ape picture.
Right?
I have to ask him who the artist is for that picture. That's a really
maybe he can share that with us later here on social media. By the way, if you guys want to chip in with your opinion on on the matches and what's currently going on, you can always let us know on Twitter at ESL Swiss or at Swisscom Gaming if you want to also give feedback or whatever you got on your mind. If you're interested in CSGO, by the way, also make sure.
What's this?
Also make sure to go check out our fellow colleagues at twitch.tv/Chirigi_, where the community stream for the CSGO.
If you do so, please tell him nice wishes and greetings of us.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would actually be really nice if you just send him some lovely hearts from us.
Yeah. And then come back here.
And then come back, of course.
And take as many people as you can.
No, don't. Don't take any people. Just come back.
We'll miss you.
We support every streamer.
Every streamer? There are a lot of streamers out there these days.
Yeah, we support them.
Yeah.
If they're working hard, doing their thing, if they deserve it.
I could really see you potentially doing a hot tub stream, I think. But yeah, we're into game number 3 here between Senpai Rect and Toy Boy. There's some love being exchanged by these two as the bomber starts out here for Toy Boy. And once again, we see the cannon card here coming down for Senpai Rect. And that's an aggressive lightning, if I've ever seen one. Taking out that cannon card, or rather knocking it down into its second health bar. And once again, it is the Valkyrie here. Yeah. No Dark Prince here for Senpai.
Loves the Valk.
It's actually interesting because they fulfill kind of a similar role. Valkyrie is a little more tanky, of course, but the Dark Prince has this shield. But what I think is a bit undervalued oftentimes is the fact that the Valkyrie is slower compared to the Dark Prince that will start charging at some point. And therefore, behind the Valkyrie, you can build a bigger push.
I feel, as you say, the Dark Prince is currently the stronger choice. But it seems like Senpai really likes the red-headed Valkyrie. And I understand it. It's a great card.
Yeah, and there once again we see that mortar come in here for Senpirek, followed by those Royal Hawks, and they will deal quite a bit of damage here, but him not deploying the royal delivery here quite in time, which means quite a bit of damage here onto his own tower. That's always a bit the scary thing with that royal delivery. It does take quite a while to cast. And there we see our friend the E-Giant.
Your friend, you mean? I don't really like him still. It's a strong card.
Ah, he's cool. He's a cool guy. Majestic beard.
We learned
not my
yesterday
style,
though, that the mortar is actually a good counter against
yeah,
the
it definitely is.
card.
And now Senpirek here applying pressure on the opposite side of the arena. Also the Fisherman there helping out and activating the King Tower, which will do a lot in this matchup here against the Royal Hawks. But nevertheless, once again, about 700 or even 800 damage here on that left-hand side for that set of the Royal Hawks here.
There's the next E-Giant.
Another round. More bacon. Give it to him. And there's the tornado actually. Haven't seen that yet. Come out for
this E-Giant has no chance of ever seeing the tower window.
Mortar is just too strong of an answer here. But once again here, Toyboy not afraid here to cycle these lightnings aggressively, and he takes Toyboy's Senpirek's tower down to 750 HP. I think at this point Senpai probably has flashbacks to last season's playoffs here, where he got eliminated by Toyboy. And so far, he does have the upper hand here in this matchup, at least when it comes to the damage.
Yeah, now Senpai, I think, is just waiting for the next chance to play the Royal Hawks.
Yeah.
Already preparing defensive mortar. And now, of course, Toyboy defends left lane because he's in the lead.
Mortar is set up, locked and loaded.
Nice
but there's
tornado.
the earthquake
the
coming
Hawks
down here. They push through, and that's gonna be towered down. Senpirek taking it to a 2-1 here, saying, you might have eliminated me once, but I'll make damn sure that this will not happen, at least not during the regular season here. And he gets himself to that match point.
Yes, one more time. Senpai turns the game. We've seen that yesterday already a few times when he was behind, but then still manages to turn the game. And that's where you see that he's really an experienced player. He keeps his calm. And he's ready to counter once he understands what his opponent thinks. Really getting into the head of the opponent, that is really important.
The cannon card there was actually great in order to make sure that Mother Witch will not be spawning any Hoglins. And then he could just overwhelm him. That tornado was by far not enough.
And I love the facial expression there by Senpai, like, yeah, I showed you. I showed you.
It's like a mixture between all the pressure, or a part of the pressure, like being relieved, confidence, and also like still pure focus.
That is one very satisfied player we see there.
Yeah, certainly so. Certainly so. And yeah, he gets himself to that match point now, can close it out and remain undefeated. That will put him at 5-0, actually tied with Solag, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think
so.
Yeah. Solag is also playing today.
Yeah. If he was to win this matchup, him and Solag both have the chance here to extend their undefeated streak to 6. And then next week, of course, bit of a teaser here. One of them will unfortunately have to give up that win streak if it was to happen.
Yeah, no draws.
No draws anymore.
One has to lose, one has to win.
Maybe they'll
Two
just
enter the dome and only one leaves.
Yeah. that sounds quite brutal.
That's from the Thunderdome.
We put them in a cage. And
I hope you've seen Mad Max.
No. Fury Road?
No,
or
Mad Max, the Thunderdome.
Yeah, but I think that's the older one. There was another Mad Max movie. I think like 5 or 6 years ago.
There's actually only one.
It's Mad Max Fury Road, and that one actually also was fantastic.
There's actually only one really good one. That's the Thunderdome.
You haven't seen the new one, you
know? No, I haven't.
Yeah, see. See, that's the boomer thing. They always blame you when you don't know the old shit, but they don't know the good new shit.
But you know the song Thunderdome from Tina Turner.
If you'd played it to me, I'd probably say the same thing as yesterday.
You would probably know it, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Because that's a really great song.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah, yesterday you asked me.
Boney M.
Boney M, yeah.
And then you probably spent all evening listening to them.
Yeah, like yesterday he asked me like, "Do I know that band?" And I was like, "No, never heard of them." Then he played me the songs, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know them pretty much all." Because I'm utter trash when it comes to matching artists with songs, and also I'd never know song titles. I'm really like terrible when it comes to music. So,
well,
help a brother out here, please.
Well. Anyways, Mad Max. So that was actually what I said was a quote from Mad Max: "Two enter the dome and only one leaves."
Yeah, I think I've heard that in multiple movies. I think. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, we're preparing for. We're waiting. Okay. We have currently a little connection problem with one of the players, and so we have to bridge the gap a little bit. And maybe our dear friend Luca will tell us a funny joke. And this time, not the ice golem joke, please. Because that's a cold case.
You know, Chief. If you were a potato.
The game's ready. Too late for the joke.
No, I have to finish.
There's a night witch.
If you were a potato, Chief, you'd be a sweet potato.
Oh, that is so nice of you.
Sometimes that can be nice.
Yeah. If you try hard.
Yeah. If I have a good day, it's possible. I don't like it necessarily. But there's the night witch here coming down for Toy Boy in this third or fourth rather, and potentially last game between the two of them, as it's once again the Mega Knight here.
Again, Mortar.
Toy Boy.
It feels like Senpai really is the Mortar fan this season.
Both of them sticking to what worked here in their respective wins. And yeah, the fishermen, they're doing a great job of staying safe on the bridge and just pulling away these little spear goblins. But that Valkyrie does actually connect onto the tower, and that's always quite a painful swing if she gets there and starts spinning that axe around. 1825 HP now remaining. That Zappy will not get the shot off there. And once again, it is time for the Royal Hawks. No Mega Knight in cycle here, and also no King Tower activation this time around, with the Fisherman plus the Mega Minion and the Snowball. Everything used here to defend against that push.
Is actually a good counter against the Royal Hawks, but it's a little bit expensive.
Yeah, and that's also usually what you want to be banking on, or like playing around here, just making sure you're you have to kind of track your opponent's elixir, but then you can punish him quite heavily if he does not have that Mega Knight in cycle, because the Royal Hawks, they're still really damn fast and will whack away at that tower pretty quickly. And if you deploy the Mega Knight too late, it will also not accomplish too much.
Another one, Mega Knight, of course, gonna block that mortar really easy.
Talking
but then it's not available for the Hawks.
Yeah.
That's really the beauty of this deck here.
There's the oops here coming out for Toy Boy. No King Tower activation here once again, and quite a bit of damage here for Senpai.
That's really funny. That's when you think you do a great play by blocking the mortar, but then there's the Royal Hawks and you think, oops, I should have thought of that.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually, together with the mortar and the Valkyrie, you only trade down one elixir here for that Mega Knight. And actually it's pretty worth here, I'd say, for Senpai to go for that trade. But it is actually the graveyard here coming out. Bit of variation here by the looks of it for Toy Boy.
Almost no effect here by the graveyard. Yeah. That's really painful to watch.
Yeah, Toy Boy also opting for the Snowball and the arrows here instead of the, I think he had the Barb Barrel previously and the Poison.
Fisherman fishing himself to the mortar. Actually, I feel like Fisherman should actually pull the mortar. That would be funnier.
That would be a bit mean. And once again here, a bit of damage here coming out from those Spear Goblins and from the Royal Hawks, as well as Senpai now deciding
Mega
to
Knight,
split
this
them.
would be maybe if... No, it's too much defense. He can't break through.
Valkyrie once again being deployed on defense together with the Musketeer here, but that's a lot of damage here coming out for Toy Boy, and oh my gosh, these bats here are whacking away at that tower and it's melting all the way down to 700 HP. That was a really good play here coming out for Toy Boy.
Yeah, now it's super close. And by another round of Royal Hawks, and not on the tower you would expect him to play there.
No, once again here applying pressure. He wants to make sure that Toy Boy cannot play the Mega Knight in front of his push here and support and enable that graveyard. As there's another snowball here coming down, slowing down the Princess Tower, but no real hits here yet being gained. Oh my gosh, that's so intense here.
Royal Hawks once again.
Royal Hawks are onto the tower. And so is the
140.
Earthquake. One more Earthquake here will seal the deal.
Yeah, but so will one more Graveyard.
Yeah, there's another. No, oh my gosh, that's so close. Oh, and Toy Boy will take it. Sandberg not happy with how that one panned out there. But certainly deserved here for Toy Boy. He kept on, like, once again, he was relentlessly, really kept the pressure up. We can have another look at it here.
So with that, Toy Boy really closes the gap here. Beautiful Graveyard snowball play. Really difficult here for Senpai to actually defend that push, because he also wanted to do his push, wanted to turn the game, but this time, no turning the game.
Yeah,
didn't work.
And here in the end, like, the Royal Hawks actually cost him quite a bit. And also, yeah, great timing there with great timing with the snowball coming down.
Showing some big emotions here, Senpai, in that clip.
Yeah, snowball just made a lot of sense here for Toy Boy's deck, having that graveyard there, because you can take out good defensive units like skeletons, spear goblins in this case, or even bats by it. Plus, it also slows down the Princess Tower and therefore makes it a lot harder or slower, literally, to take out these little Larrys that are spawning around your tower. And then, yeah, you just get so much more damage onto it.
After this very close game, it's really important that Senpai finds his calm again very quickly and focuses on the next game. Because that's match point for both of them.
Yeah.
And so you've seen that he was kind of emotional there, because he had that match point almost in his hand, but then it didn't work. But here we will see the pro that Senpai is. I'm pretty positive here that he will come back strong here in the last match between them.
Yeah. So you think he has to be a chameleon?
Oh.
Okay.
What?
A chameleon, you know?
Okay. Anyways, we're in the match already.
Okay.
Camille. So there he is. Super focused. Watch Senpai here. Super focused on this match. Already the Goblin drill start. Maybe Senpai was a little bit too predictable here by playing the mortar almost every game.
Yeah, and this time around here, he decided to add a Mother Witch into the deck that he's now running, and he's like,
now he's playing. I mean, now he's playing the building he actually wanted to ban.
Yeah, I mean, if Goblin Hut's not banned, I might as well play it myself, you know. And so he does.
That's at least unexpected.
No shot there. It looks to be that
protecting
double
the
spawner deck here for Senpai Rack this time around. That's once again a cannon card here.
And it does connect to the tower, actually. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, that's a ton of damage here. 1650 HP now, together with that fireball here as well. And that will be a King Tower activation here, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it with those pesky Mega Knights here. Great job by Senpai. Can be a little costly if you have to do it this way and not with a spell, but it does oftentimes pay out in the long run, especially into a deck like this Goblin Drill, because the King helping out from his big chunky tower there in the back helps you alleviate quite a bit of pressure and prevent quite a bit of damage onto onto your tower. Also here, I gotta say, I really like the deck choice here and the adaptation for Senpai. I mean, Mother Witch does great into something like the graveyard here. He also has a decent response here into the Goblin Drill. Does have the Fireball just for overall and rounded out pressure and defense. So makes a lot of sense as that's an interesting.
And the
snowball.
little Fire Spirit actually hit. I still feel confused that it's only one.
Yeah. Chief Pat Snowball there.
I want 2 Fire Spirits. Please
Two
give
fire-
us 2 Fire Spirits.
I
back.
think it's fine. I mean, probably one of the most successful reworks we've seen. And it's actually also a Mega Knight here for Senpai, deciding, okay, you can do it, so can I. And
A little
decides to
Mega
go
Knight
for a Mega
boxing
Knight
match.
himself.
But this is actually a
Look
strong
at this
Mega
though.
Knight
So
push.
much value here for Senpai. All these spawners in the back, and now he's really starting to
that's
build
really
a
strong one.
big push. And yeah, 10 seconds on the clock. Not much HP on that tower. Senpai wrecked after a bit of a shaky time here in this best of 5. Does secure the win here with a not as convincing as in the past, but eventually he does get there with a 3-2 here over Toy Boy.
Yes, he basically in this last match here he played very strong and really changed the meta, changed the deck here, and I feel like Toy Boy was not prepared for that change because Senpai played the more consistent. Maybe that was also kind of the trick here, going in with the spawner. And you can see at the end, just watch Senpai's expression there, so his face expression at the end. He's very, very happy that he finally destroyed that tower. He's
Yeah, and you
able
could
to
also
take
see
that
here
win.
just
There you go.
just how good that deck choice really
Yes.
was, because that's where this double spawner deck gets to shine. If your opponent is not expecting it, does not like tech against it, it's really hard to take them out like time and time again. And you give your opponent so much time to just set up, get those buildings down, and then you get value. You could see it there, like all these spear goblins, all the fire spirits running down that left hand side, and then just that Modern Witch together with the cannon cart chilling in the back behind the big chunky Mega Knight, having a great time essentially, and not really much there to do. But also, like in the double spawner deck, the card I probably like the most is the flying machine, because you have so much protection that the flying machine gets to stay alive for such a long time, and it's I mean, if it's protected, it's such a good card because it does a ton of damage. It's an air unit, and it's just overall super great.
That was really a good start for the evening, makes us hungry for more. It was very close. We're gonna have a little look here at the stats of this match. There you see Toy Boy against Senpai Rect, a 3-2 victory for Senpai. It was close after all. If it takes the full distance, it's always a bit of luck involved here at the end, which one does the better deck choice. What we see though here is that on average Senpai prefers to play the faster decks here with only 3.6 against 4, so it's a little bit faster.
Yeah, I mean, the Royal Hawks are one of the cheapest win conditions still that are in the game, and I mean, a Mega Knight with that 7 elixir tag on it makes the overall elixir cost of a deck quite a bit higher. And also Goblin Drill, while pretty strong currently, is with 4 elixir also not really the cheapest card. It's right around that average.
I really love this overlay. Did you notice that we're now also on the screen when you show that?
But I think this part is new. I think we didn't have that.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I noticed the first time, so I think it's new today.
Yeah, I
so,
think
hello, can you see us? Very cool. Mom, I'm on TV.
After 6 seasons, ladies and gentlemen.
Finally. People can see us.
Oh,
amazing. So that was a really great start. We're gonna head into a very short break. Before we do that, make sure to drop a follow during the break. That's always a good chance to actually go there and drop us a follow on our social media.
If you're
Man.
going to the toilet with your phone anyway, so you might as well.
You play with your
quickly
phone
open
anyway, so
Twitter.
use that time to follow us. You find me easily on all the big social media platforms just by searching for Chief Avalon, and you find my dear friend
by looking for Don_Rigoni. But yeah, we're heading into a quick break now, and then we'll have the duel between Adipa and Solek. And I'm already quite curious to see whether Solek can also remain undefeated.
See you.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Mit dem Scheitel wäre es natürlich toll, wenn man den nicht vergisst zu machen, weil sonst ist es einfach nervig, wenn man jetzt...
Alice, kannst du mir helfen mit dem WLAN-Passwort?
Mom, geh doch einfach auf die My Swisscom App!
You ready? Huh? Hey, boy, he's a good boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
internet ultra rapide.
Toujours pas.
Ah non. Ouais, allô? Ouais, écoutez, j'ai un souci familial. Ça marche pas.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And welcome back here once again to the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL with Clash Royale. And I don't know what tune is currently playing in your head, but we are your lovely hosts and casters for tonight. My name's Don Rigoni. You can find me everywhere at Don_Rigoni. That includes Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, OnlyFans, wherever. And my dear colleague here in Chief Avalon himself.
Thank you so much. You won't find me on OnlyFans though, but
Yeah,
on,
but in the
on
retirement
a lot
home.
of other important social media platforms. I didn't know you have an OnlyFans. Do you actually earn from it?
No, I just have it.
Yeah, I expected
So I can
that.
say.
You just spend money on it.
No, it's just there.
So we're going into match number 2, Adipa against Solag. So what do we expect from this one? Tell us.
Well, what do you expect of it?
I expect an interesting match here. Solag is very strong, and yeah, I think it may actually be a close one here. We're gonna see a lot of different archetypes played, and we see the bans already. By the way, here are the bans.
Once again, here one of the players, or technically both of them, opting for some of these quite versatile bans here in the Dark Prince that we just mentioned last set. Probably the most popular card currently this season, that we're seeing so good on defense, also really good at creating pressure, and only for 4 elixirs. So overall super good card that is just slotted into so many different deck archetypes, or not quite as popular, but still still seen not everywhere, but in quite a few decks, is the Tesla here, that has found quite a bit of appreciation, I feel, in the past few weeks and months.
Especially by banning the Tesla, you kind of ban the Mortar and Expo decks. It's gonna be difficult to find a replacement in those decks.
Yeah, and Solag really likes to go for these Expo decks. It's one of his more famous archetypes here, but also like it kind of helps Adipa out, because in the past he's shown that he really likes to play quite aggressive archetypes, and also these kind of siege decks, or not siege decks, but like bridge spammy decks, and there a Tesla can actually be quite a hindrance, because it's such a good defensive building.
Speaking of bridge spam, I actually do miss the battle ram. I'm not sure we have ever seen the battle ram this season. It's totally disappeared, even though it was a good card at the time.
Yeah, and it's pretty much been. I mean, we still see a bit of bridge, or like quite a bit of bridge spam actually.
We do. Hog Riders.
But it's always with the Ram Rider in it, and never really with the Battle Ram anymore, which was the premier choice in the past. I think that's also to a big part largely attributed to, it's like one of these meta cycles essentially, because the Goblin Drill got introduced, was super strong. Therefore, pretty much everyone had to play either the Valkyrie or the Dark Prince, and that also in turn made Battle Ram a lot weaker compared to something like the Ram Rider, for example. And therefore, Ram Rider is more popular, and even before that, it was really up to personal preference to a certain extent.
Yeah, if you wonder what's currently happening, the players are getting ready for the match, and they spam a lot of emotes in the chat.
Yeah.
You're gonna see. Maybe.
So like stating in the chat that yeah, a bit of a delay here. He's saying like, yeah, he thinks that his opponent probably had 10 out of his 10 decks with the Dark Prince, so he now has to replace all of them. And we're heading into game number 1
but
here.
It's
so
actually not that hard. You just take the Valkyrie instead of the Dark Prince.
Well, but is it though? I mean,
not exactly, but it's not a bad one too.
Yeah.
So.
There's a Goblin Barrel, also a card that really haven't seen in quite a while. Answered, or yeah, at least attempted to answer with that cannon card that does not quite cross the bridge here. Unlucky here for Adipa, and he did indeed put in the Valkyrie into that deck.
Yeah, what else?
Yeah, I mean, Adipa here going a bit back to the roots by that kind of log bait deck here. And it's actually the double barrel shotgun combo as we dubbed it last season, and it's also an Inferno Tower here.
Tower, that is really painful.
I mean, what is it? we both these decks we like, or like that deck we really haven't seen in a long time.
Also the double barrel, but especially with the Inferno Tower. That is such an annoying card to go against. And
apparently no princess here, but instead opts for the Valkyrie here. Makes a lot of sense, of course, into the current meta, because the princess will just be quite heavily punished and is just overall too slow in order to defend properly.
The Furnace is such an annoying card.
Yeah, oh my god.
Did
you see the range of that splash damage there? It was like halfway across the arena where he still hit that poor little goblin. Save your goblins.
Yeah, be nice with goblins.
Yeah, they just want love, just like me.
Goblins are all on green energy, as you see. Be nice with them.
Yeah. But you know, but then you should really take out the goblin huts, because they emit greenhouse gases.
Do they? I think that's the furnace.
Yeah, that one probably too. That one's more on the fossil fuel side. Hit Fireball here, getting a lot of value, not only taking out that Mother Witch, but also chunking out that Goblin Hut here. Quite a bit of a mistake here, I'd say, for Solak, clumping those up together so closely. But those are a lot of Spear Goblins that take out their fellow brethren there, the Blazaror Kobold. And
Flute and Kobold.
Flute and Kobold. Actually, I didn't notice it. This is probably the reason why we don't really see Goblin Barrel anymore, because one Fire Spirit is enough to take it out completely, and if you just run that one by itself, it's just one elixir for 3, and then you feel very, very sad.
Mega Knight against the Inferno Tower.
Yeah.
Inferno Tower's gone already. Nice one.
It's a great defense
There's
here being mastered by Adipa.
It can get
Keeps
hot
up the pressure
inside that armor.
Getting hot in here.
It's an old one from the 90s. I even know. Just let me think, and I can tell you the name.
Hot in here.
Yeah. Now, oh, I mean the artist.
There's another Goblin Barrel now coming down.
Nelly. It's Nelly.
As well as that skeleton.
You know that?
Here.
It's Nelly.
Yeah.
I think it's from 2000 or so.
I think it's earlier than that.
Maybe.
Back then you were still young and handsome. And now it just ends. And the game ends as well.
Beautiful match for Adipa.
Yeah, Adipa going back here to... I'm not going to call it ancient archetype, but we certainly haven't really seen it in like
20 years
a lot,
or so.
Like, yeah, ever like last season we saw a lot of it. By last season I mean the last Swisscom Hero League season.
Let's go to the next.
Let's go.
Next replay. Just to stop you from singing here, let's focus on the replay a little bit. I feel like this is the end. Our only friend. the end.
Hold your breath and count to 10. But no counting there
Beautiful
whatsoever.
fireball.
Adipa. Did you see Adipa?
Can
I
we have
didn't realize.
Can we have that replay
Can we have
again,
that?
please?
We need that one again.
Just the final, the final few moments.
Great meme content here by our friend Adipa. I'm a fan of that guy, man. Yeah, look at this. See now, he goes for the push here. A lot of elixir invested on the right side from Solak with that Goblin Hut, and then
there he takes the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Look at him.
and he's like,
so cool.
Deal with it.
Trying to get a little bit into Solak's head here.
Yeah.
With that meme. Let's see if Solak was impressed by that.
I want
he
a
looked
full-on
rather
meme
surprised.
war
If
now.
we can see it one more time, please. If we look at Solak this time, he was actually more surprised by that. Like, what? What is he doing?
Is he really doing it to me?
Yeah.
Giving him the full-on BM. Oh, it's beautiful.
I mean, he's just focused on the game, Solak, and then he knows it's over.
Actually, can we have the music in there, like?
And then,
da-da-da-da-da.
and then he looks up. He looks up. Okay, the game has stopped, unfortunately. There, we didn't see the end.
Perfect, man. What a legend! What a legend we have here in Adipa, and deservedly also takes the 1-0 here, and also the 1-0, of course, in the meme wars. Question is, can Solak retaliate to this amount of BM and gameplay here coming out for
Solak
Adipa?
is the current champion.
Yeah,
people need to know that he's currently the best player in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And he's defending his title here this season.
Yeah.
Where is he actually on the table right now?
Who?
Solak.
Oh, Solak. On the very top. 5-0.
He is still on top,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
very well on his way to defend the title.
Let's see if he does the sunglasses again, or maybe has some other things planned. Maybe a
Solak,
dab, you
you're
know.
dead, man. What?
Yeah, they are getting ready here for that second matchup.
Yeah.
Maybe Adipa still has to replace one or the other more
I
Dark
feel like
Prince.
they think we don't see the chat, but we actually do, and we know.
We do see everything.
We know how they troll each other here in the chat.
Big brothers are watching you.
That was the day when he called me brother.
I'm gonna call you bro.
Bro, man.
Or bruv. Is bruv okay?
Bruh.
Bruv.
The bruh.
Alright, bruv. Let's get into it.
So, he's the bruh, and... Can you actually rap?
Me?
Yes.
No. My mouth is too slow for rapping.
You gotta practice fast mouth movements then.
Yeah, I guess so. I can eat really fast, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Okay, I did that to myself. I completely did that to myself,
True
I guess.
that. I would never say such a thing.
Yeah,
I mean, but
there you don't have to.
You should really.
There you don't have to move your mouth fast. You just have to open your throat and
just push it in. Yeah, but that's not healthy. You should really take your time and eat slowly.
Yeah, you have to do it slowly. That's a lot more enjoyable usually.
It is.
It is definitely.
Don't rush.
No. Good things do need time.
They do.
Yeah.
Doobie doobie doo.
All right.
There's no more to say. Just. Well.
Yeah, welcome to the Swisscom Hero League, everyone. Have you missed us?
Yeah, you should actually really start to practice rapping a little bit.
Shall I?
So maybe at the grand finale we could do a rap battle.
Yeah.
I actually like rapping a lot.
I'll bring some spring rolls.
Thug life. I actually really do like to rap.
Yeah, I also like to rap. Like summer rolls or spring rolls. Or
chicken wraps,
fajitas, or enchiladas.
Yeah, we can see that. I can.
I'm
Nobody else can.
I'm being bullied here.
No, you're
Production.
not. Thug life.
Can we like...
Now look at this. Adepa now playing with the sunglass. He can't see the game. He sees absolutely nothing with those total with those glasses. He can't see anything.
Oh, and look at this though. Oh my gosh. That's value in an earthquake if I've ever seen one, man. Holy moly. Yeah, that hurts. That does hurt.
I really like how Adepa kind of adds value here to the show.
Yeah, I very much appreciate it.
And Solak even laughing at him there. Enjoying the show. Adepa becoming the showman here in season 6.
Yeah, that great addition.
I can't
here.
remember that he did similar things in the previous season. Did he? I'm not sure. This is the first time I noticed.
He wasn't in the season yet.
No.
That's the thing.
He wasn't? Yes, he was. Come on.
No, he wasn't. He just joined.
Adepa? Sure he was in.
No, he wasn't.
In none of the seasons.
No, this is his first season.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, but then I know him from previous leagues in that
Production,
case.
I think at this point it's fair to assume that Chief is really getting senile.
No, the
we should
reason-
put him into a retirement home.
The reason then is that I know him
Time
from,
is up.
from
Time
the
is up.
Swiss team playing in other Clash Royale leagues.
Yeah, that's possible.
That's why I remember him. I thought he was in every season, actually. But that was probably different leagues.
Well,
okay.
That's why it's good that I'm the one here doing the thinking, and you just do
You
the
think?
talking.
Wow, that's new. Yeah, start.
There's another earthquake here coming down onto that furnace, but those E
No
barbs here,
chance against the crazy barbs.
great addition here actually for Solak, getting so much value out there. Also the arrows here raining
Nice
down
arrows.
onto Adepa, and it's actually quite an intense back and forth here.
Yeah, I'm curious who's gonna wear the sunglasses at the end of this game.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So far,
This
Adepa
earthquake does not quite hit the furnace there,
still playing cool.
but he does manage to eliminate that firecracker. Yeah, there are the skeletons, and they
I
do
feel
such
like
a fantastic
that's,
job.
That's really a great addition here to the show when the players
Oh,
actually
defensive.
start adding
Probably
show
good.
elements to their plays.
Yeah, I think we
Like,
should make that mandatory.
They should wear funny
Or
hats
like-
and stuff, for example.
Or we should reward bonus points, you know? For
Like, we make a vote in the audience. Which
Chat.
one of them has to wear a funny hat?
yeah, chat vote plus casters get to decide what challenge they have to do. Look at this though, the Hog Rider sneaking through. There's also the log coming down here. That's a ton of damage onto that tower. 460 HP now remaining, but no Valkyrie there for the defense, and that means
Yeah,
a
look at the
lot of
flying
damage
machine though.
suffered.
It is connected.
Yeah, and there's another Hog Rider here coming down, gets one hit onto that furnace.
Maybe
wants to make it
Adepa's
to the
cool
tower.
play, maybe it did have an effect on Solak.
Maybe it did. But look at this though.
Barbs, unstoppable
The
barbs.
Royal Recruit, they're just stabbing away at that tower. That will not
Yes.
be the tower. Solak taking it here.
Who's wearing the sunglasses now?
We really need a replay here at the end of
we want to
of-
see
of
the
this
facial
game.
expressions of the two players at the end. And I like how he swings the fish at the end of the game.
Yeah. Oh, and the noob in chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Adepa looking super focused
It's getting
here.
intense here. Look at Solak.
Connection there
Yeah,
from.
Adepa lost a bit of his cool here, actually.
But look at this. Both of them super focused here, and then look at the Royal Recruit on the upper right hand corner. It's completely unresponded to. It stabs away, stabs away, stabs away. It's one hit away actually. Now! And then the E-Giant, the E-Barb is faster. So hence we can conclude swords bigger than spears. I rest my case.
Yeah, and in the chat, Solak says he's more badass than Adepa.
Oh,
that calls for some revenge.
Looks like it.
I'm curious in the next match who's gonna wear the sunglasses.
They need to like really fire it up here.
I mean, it was a disadvantage here, of course, for Adepa when he didn't see anything, playing this blindfolded.
Well, yeah, and he still did really good. So like he was like half a second away from just taking this one.
Sometimes half a second is just enough to make the deal.
Yeah.
Things happen in half a second.
Things happen. A lot
All
of
of
things
them.
can happen in half a second. Yeah.
Everything.
Everything essentially.
Actually.
Everything happens in half a second.
It does.
Sometimes also in 42 seconds, I guess.
I don't know about that. That would be the answer to all seconds, but 42. But
But what about the firsts and thirds?
no first and third.
Only
Just
seconds.
42 is the answer to everything. You should know that.
We're back into game number 3 here. The sunglasses are off.
Yeah. Basically, that's wiped away the sunglasses here.
Yep, he needs full focus and full vision.
Look at the face that the Dipper made.
Yeah,
Like, what?
very sad.
Yeah, no more
Fully
sunglasses.
focused.
Maybe he broke them in anger.
Threw them right across the room. Actually, great value here so far.
I wonder if
Coming
he's
out from
actually
these
listening to
barbs.
us and thinks. Wait and
Look at
see.
this though. I think that's a lava hunt deck here coming out
wait
for
and see.
Adipa, but look at those double barrels. Sola giving Adipa a bit of his own medicine here to taste, and yeah, he does.
Dipper thinks just wait and see. In the end, it'll be me.
Maybe, baby. As there's now another Blastro Kobold. He took the exact same deck actually. That's so BM.
A lava hound.
It's exactly the same. Oh, great fireball there.
Yeah, it was a
that's
bit
gotta
too
hurt.
early actually. It should have hit those puppies too.
Yeah, well, but I mean, you can't complain.
It panicked a little bit. It played it too fast. Too fast. Just a little bit too fast.
Okay. It's currently still 1-1 here between Adipa and Solag, as there's another skeleton barrel now fired off. Usually Goblin Hut a fantastic answer to the skeleton barrel because it just absorbs it and the brawler pretty much stays full health. A great set of arrows there onto that left hand tower, and the Goblin Brawler now onto it there too.
Skelly Dragons are an interesting choice, one that we don't see that often actually.
I haven't really seen them too much anymore in the most recent past here. Look at that one skeleton there, quite all on his lonesome, but on the tower, whacking away at it and doing
The really
quite a bit
strong
of
one here
damage
for Solak, doing damage on both of those towers.
Yeah, just keeps on chipping away, chipping away.
Chippity, chippity, chip.
But yeah, once again here, the skeletons do come out of that barrel and they do a ton of damage here. And Solak's just firing those barrels.
Yeah,
and
double barrel is a strong one.
literally firing out of both barrels. And Adipa, he kind of knows.
Nah.
He's sad. He gets
Adipa!
up. What?
Get
He hides behind the chair.
Get us those
He's scared. He wants it to be over. No, Adipa, we're here for you. We got you, buddy. You don't need to be scared. Come into our arms.
We're still pressing thumbs for you. Give us those sunglasses back.
Yeah.
So it seems like...
watch Adipa's camera here. Like
it feels like Adipa woke up the giant in Solak.
Yeah.
And now Solak is playing this one so strong here. There's nothing Adipa can do. It calls it good
knows,
game.
he's like-
Actually activates the King Tower, says this game's over. I'm gonna hide. I don't want to see that. No, is it over yet? Not yet.
Make it stop.
I keep hiding.
Make it stop.
It's really good. We should make a highlights video of Adipa reaction
Yeah,
for
I
this
think so
stream
too.
tonight. It's really
Not just tonight, like overall, you know, like from the past ones.
I don't know. Did they do similar stuff in the past?
I think it didn't quite
In the
embrace it
previous
that
season?
much. You know about the previous seasons. I think
As
Adipa
if I
probably
remember
not.
the previous season. I mean,
You
it's been
you
like-
barely remember what you had for lunch. So
I do remember though,
But
but
you
I
did-
won't tell. No
you
free
know,
advertisements here.
after 6 seasons together, I really gotta compliment you. So far, you've never once forgotten to put in your teeth. And I appreciate that. Because I think it makes
Yeah,
for
but
a
that's
good
kind
quality.
of a foul compliment because it's easy to not forget if they're still fixed. I don't know about you though, but yeah, I mean, you can't forget them if they're still fixed.
Yeah.
Nice try though.
Exposed.
Didn't really work out. Also, those age jokes are getting kind of old.
Literally. Just like you.
No. Not working
Okay.
anymore. I think you're...
Excuse me?
Doesn't it feel cringe if you laugh about your own jokes?
No.
Not for you. No, you don't notice. Okay. Anyways.
I do, but I don't care. Because like I like to laugh and I like my own humor.
I mean, and
so-
what else could you do if you're the only one?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, somebody has to laugh.
I mean,
And
sometimes I'm my only fan, but that's okay.
that's where... Okay, now
Yeah.
I understand. Even on OnlyFan, you're your only fan.
Yes, that's the point of it, you know. That's the irony.
Let's go
But we're
into
heading
the
into
game.
game number 4 here. So like is currently up to
Sunglasses
to
are
2-1.
back.
Yeah, he needs them.
Jesus back.
It's
Dippa's
been
back.
it's been too bright here.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? He woke up a
Wow.
monster in Solag, but then he was back with the sunglasses.
Snowball there coming down here for
There you go.
Adipa. And
With a
it is-
balloon!
It is the balloon.
And it is the Inferno
the
Tower.
miner.
Damn it, he says. Knocks
Oh, look
on
at
the
it. He
table.
sneaks through.
Yeah, but
Gets
the
to take
balloon
it down there. That
still
will
sneaks
actually be a
through.
balloon. Whoa, not quite the balloon connection here.
It was funny. Did you see how he hit the table when he saw that Inferno Tower?
Yeah, it's like, nah. But I guess Inferno Tower is actually okay because it's not like the worst, you know? It's 5 for
Jesus
5
back.
elixir and...
Dippa's back. See how he's shaking his head with the rhyme? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
You think they're watching the stream
I
simultaneously?
think they listen. Of course, whenever you speak, they mute, but
I see. Makes sense.
but otherwise they listen.
I do the same, honestly.
When I speak, you mean?
No, just overall.
Overall. Okay. You just watch the game and
Yeah,
don't listen to the two fools.
exactly. The noobs. There's another Hog Rider now coming in here for Solag. As he does not quite get the second hit in there. But that's an Inferno Dragon here that needs to be answered. And can he get down that Inferno Tower? It does not appear.
Yeah, there it is
there
again.
it is. Does manage to sneak it in,
And still, the death
Oof.
bomb is on the tower.
but he nearly actually also got a hit there. That was quite the tight one.
Yeah, this is match point for Solag, Adipa, please remember.
Yet another miner here. I actually like the play here coming out for Adipa, identifying that, okay, he has a really good answer to my balloon, therefore I might just have to rely on the miner here, getting all those answers out of Solag and then just punishing with those like naked
got a
and
good
unanswered
lead, though.
miners onto the tower. Now he actually has a chance for a big push here.
Oh, that Inferno Tower.
Oh, it actually gets
Still
pulled
pulls
over.
the balloon. That's
What is
weird.
this?
What is this?
It's
The
a
balloon.
glitch in the matrix here.
Yeah, the balloon was heading for the tower
The balloon.
and then still moved to the Inferno Tower. That's weird.
And yet another Goblin Cage here. For that.
Did you notice there was actually a fix in Brawl Stars? In Brawl Ball, the ball exploded on the little spikes. And now they fixed it.
I see. I don't know anything about
That was funny.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You miss all the good stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Another one. Another one bites the dust. Another Hog Rider. Not getting any hit.
Nope.
But a punch in the face.
well, it gets punched in the noggin. There's another Inferno Dragon now in the
Another
arena
one.
here for
Yeah, the
Adipa.
balloon.
Can he finally push through is the question.
There's the balloon heading for the tower.
It does not quite connect. The Inferno Tower actually gets in there. But great death damage. But with those nerfs, it's
That's the
actually
next
not as
balloon.
much damage anymore.
It's getting more and more trickier for Solak to
Yeah,
actually
but
defend
there's the good
that
game
one.
being thrown out by Solak. He knows that one will connect. 35 HP remaining, and he goes boom.
Yeah.
Adepa celebrating here.
You know, last time when Adepa did this, he lost the next game.
True, but this time he played the full game with the sunglasses on, so
that
seem to be
makes
doing
it 2
something.
each and match point for both of them.
Yeah, I also like here how he eventually played. Like, he got chip damage in, chip damage in, chip damage in with like the miners and the death bombs, and then eventually he built enough of an elixir lead that at some point Solak just wasn't able to defend anymore, and yeah, got to take
Solak
it.
just smiled. Solak, very nice guy. Solak, I had the pleasure to meet him actually at the last final, and a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very chilled and relaxed, very cool.
I kind of low-key hope we see Adepa in the finals too, and yeah, get to chat with him a little bit, and maybe he'll also whip out some memes on stage. We never know.
Yeah, and then there is this weird thing here on the screen.
That weird guy.
Can you explain?
I'm not really sure if can that
What's
guy
that? It
can
says
can he be
TWITCH. And now it's gone.
Maybe it's
Okay,
also a
so
glitch in the
no
Matrix.
worry, it's gone. We're all fine. Nothing happened. Just forget about it. It
Yeah.
never happened.
Just forget.
It was weird. No, I said bull, not balloon. Bull
Balloon.
with double L. Please spell
Balloon.
correctly.
Balloon. You don't say balloon.
If
say
you do this,
yeah, you kind of
please
said
spell
balloon.
it correctly.
You said kind of said balloon. Otherwise, we would be balloon.
Actually, what I was saying is he sends the bull.
Balloon.
That's probably because of Brawl Stars. Says balloon. Yeah,
Balloon.
that's better. The balloon.
Balloon.
The balloon.
Balloon.
Yeah, invent your own words if you can. So, game number 5 will be decision point in this match, and yeah, it's funny how every match tonight taking 5 games actually so far. We're going all the distance in every match. Isn't that crazy?
Balloon.
It is. Can you? No. Sometimes his brain is just stuck on something and
Yeah.
can't move on.
No, you know.
Yeah, when he finally thinks he's got something. Anyways,
That's also like part of being a millennial. The future is so scary. You rather get your mind stuck in the past.
the future's not scarier than the past.
Though.
That's a weird assumption. The past has been so bad. How can you expect more or less of the future?
Because you don't know what the future brings.
You know, so many bad things happened in the past.
But let's have a look here at the immediate future here between Adepa and Solak. They're both tied up at 2-2 right now. And
Don't
whoever
be afraid,
takes
my
this
friend. It will all be good. Just stay on the good side of things.
one. Oh, always rock right.
Be
and
honest,
fly.
real and true. And it will all be good.
Both of them are just chilling here.
Or like an old country singer once said, just keep it between the lines and
Nice.
keep it on the road.
Haven't heard that one before. Don't listen too much.
Yeah, I know
country
that you
music.
haven't heard that one. As if you heard of anything.
Finally,
yet.
we get some emotes here in this last game
Like
of the match.
The person that doesn't know Bonnie M. How could you ever have heard of Garth Brooks?
What?
Yeah, I knew it. That's why you're so happy about the balloon.
Balloon. The balloon.
Simple Minds.
Yeah,
You don't even know them, do you?
I know Simple Plan.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect
That's
that.
also Simple Plan, though.
Anyways,
A lot of simplicity.
yeah, simplicity wins.
Mega minion here being deployed by Solak early on, and we'll see a duel between the dragons here. But the Smul. Booby Dragon will reign
The what?
supreme.
The
The
booby.
Booby Dragon. I don't know, man. I
Just stop thinking
come up
dirty,
with
my
dumb
friend.
shit at this point. That's a royal giant here for Solak. But actually a good answer
Yeah,
here
we
in
know
the
what
Prince.
he
just
thinks
will
of
get
now.
Stabbed.
Call him in booby dragon.
I didn't even think of that, but you made me
sure
think
you
of that
did.
now.
The booby dragon. Come on.
Now I expect that.
That's
No,
crazy.
now I have an image stuck in my
Yeah.
head.
Can we please put that on screen?
We
The
need some
booby-
fan art,
The
everyone.
booby dragon.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. No booby dragons here to be seen, but there's a royal giant. He's also a thick boy, but it only gets one shot onto that tower.
Yeah,
Has
tower
a-
down. A
One tower
dipper.
is down. 15 seconds
This
are
is
left
match
on the
point.
clock.
Come on, Solak, you can do it. If
Ah,
you really try.
I
Come
have my
on.
doubts. I have my doubts. There's another goblin cage, and that will seal the deal here for our friend Solak. He will not remain undefeated here. Adipa knocking out a peg from underneath the chair of the currently reigning champion and taking him down with a 3-2.
Yeah,
What
but
a
Solak
series.
taking it with good humor. And this scene kind of reminded me on Ronaldo when he put away the Coke from the table. And then the stock price of Coke went down. Well, well. Well, well. Do, 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 do.
Yeah,
There's
you
the
can
Royal Giant.
you can really like just looking at the body language here. Oh, there's the iced tea again, and also a bit of a shout out here to our buddies
Yeah,
at Red
see?
Bull.
He puts them away and then
the sunglasses do come down.
he puts them away and then the stock price crashes.
Look, mom, no hands, and
Yeah, it would be funny if it drops. So,
the sunglasses or the stock
Adipa 3,
prices.
Solak 2. We are still shocked by the booby dragon. Yeah, anyways, but we just move on. I mean, it could always get worse. And
Can
we're
it
not
though?
hoping for that.
Can it
Let's
though?
go to the stats.
Yeah.
I think we're better off doing that.
Production, can you Google for a booby dragon?
Here's the 3-2 victory for
On it,
Adipa.
man.
And looking at that, we can actually tell, yeah, there's not much difference here. Nothing really to see here.
Yeah, but I really like the adaptation here. I really like the adaptation here for Adipa bringing the regular prince here into the match. And yeah, it actually helped him out a lot there, I felt, against that royal giant. And okay. Okay,
So that's where your thoughts are.
yeah.
Such a dirty mind.
Not 30. It's
Production is
it's art.
laughing their heads off back there about my booby dragon friend. Yeah.
I didn't. You. I
Yeah,
just.
yeah.
I just want to make
Yeah,
it clear
yeah.
for our viewers.
Excuses,
Everybody saw it.
excuses.
Everybody saw it. You were the
Excuses.
one that pointed it out.
You said it.
Yeah, I said it, but I never thought of that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
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 Tell that to the booby dragon. Poor booby dragon.
Yeah. To his face, or
Tell that to that poor discriminized dragon.
is it discriminized just because we
You
call it
make
booby dragon?
Yeah. You made fun of him or her.
I would
whatever.
never. I would never.
You made fun of the dragon.
the majestic
I
dragon.
feel
A
so
majestic
bad.
creature.
I feel so bad for that poor dragon. It's a baby. It's a baby dragon. Come
Well,
on.
It used to be a baby dragon. Now it's a booby dragon.
So, good. We're trying to pull this up here a little bit. Level up a little bit. I mean, we're looking here at the stats, but I mean, they're very close.
Yeah, they really are. There's not
Is
really
there anything you can read from this just to get your mind off the baby dragon?
that's too late. My head is far gone now. I guess just overall here, so like bringing a bit more buildings to the match, but I think that was also largely to the last match where he was, of course, running that double spawner deck with great success, to be noted.
I must
but
say,
overall a real good back and forth here, and I think we've seen a lot of different decks in this matchup.
I must say I really like the showmanship here of Adepa. We need more of that.
Yeah.
That really adds a little bit to the stream here.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very cool thing.
Let us know, please, if you're watching this, if you're following us also on social media. Let your voices be heard if you want something like an out of game competition going on, or like a, I don't know, fandom award, or I don't know, style appreciation
really
medal.
Players to get out of their head and do funny things.
Yeah, or just do it like
otherwise
badass
it's just us. I mean,
well, I sometimes ask myself, are we really funny, or is everybody just laughing out of embarrassment for us?
Yeah, that's what I do all the time.
Yeah, same. I mean,
but yeah, somebody has to take this through the night here, and so we're just going on. We're going into a small break, and after that small break, we're gonna see Jesus against Senpai. That's a high-level match, and yeah, don't miss it. Be back.
Yeah, and also at this point, quick and big shout out also to our production, who are always keeping us entertained, are cringing hard behind their screens, but are sticking with us here. And yeah, they really do a fantastic job here. That makes us look just that tiny bit better, because otherwise it would really be a sad sighting here for us. And yeah, with that, we head into a small break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Well, can you tell me something? Tell me something. Well, can you tell me something? Tell me something. 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Mit dem Scheitel wäre es natürlich toll, wenn man den nicht vergisst zu machen, weil sonst ist es einfach nervig, wenn man jetzt...
Alice, kannst du mir helfen mit dem WLAN-Passwort?
Mom, geh doch einfach auf die My Swisscom App!
You ready? Huh? Hey, boy, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Et voilà, Internet ultra rapide.
Toujours pas.
Ah non. Ouais, allô? Ouais, écoutez, j'ai un souci familial. Ça marche pas.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? We're
It's your
back.
favorite
We're
two
back.
clowns from the Swisscom
We're
Hero
back.
League.
This is round number 3. Round number 3 for this evening. An amazing match here. Jesus against Senpai Wrecked. Wow, that's gonna be so exciting. Two top rank players here fighting it out toe to toe, fist to fist, head to head. It's gonna be amazing battle.
Yeah, balloon to balloon. Jesus versus Senpai. This is like a redo of our very first finals that we ever had in the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL with Clash Royale. Back in Season 1, those two were in the finals. Ever since, they faced off against each other so many times. I think the overall head-to-head is in favor of Senpai Rect, but it's actually quite a close race. We have to like get these stats in once maybe, but no balloon, or balloon as we call it here in the Swisscom Hero League now.
Here's the
time.
bands.
Yeah.
The bands. The balloon is banned.
Yeah, and so is the Tesla.
The Tesla is banned.
Sad.
Well, it's kind of sad that the balloon is banned, even though I have to admit here that the balloon is kind of very strong, especially if you're not prepared to it. Most players are not prepared for air decks these days, and so the balloon is kind of hard to defend right now. Then the Tesla, on the other hand, that just indicates that Jesus does not want to mess around with mortars or expos or stuff of that kind.
I mean, you could still perfectly run the mortar deck, I feel.
Yeah, but
and we've seen it quite a lot in the past. So
it's missing this cheap component if you do.
I think Senpai didn't play it in his mortar deck, did he?
I think Senpai played the cannon card instead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not the same thing. I mean, certainly you can replace it with any card, but it's not going to be the same thing as with the Tesla.
But only if it's just not balloon.
I mean, there's a reason that everyone plays the Tesla with the Expo or the mortar. It's just a perfect combination. Basically also because the Tesla hides itself if it's not directly attacked. And so it's just a very good combo with the mortar.
Yeah, but the hiding is over now for our two contestants here in Jesus and Senpyrek as we're heading into the game. Once again, here we have that beautiful artwork featured from Senpyrek.
Yeah, Senpai threatened by the banana.
Chimpanzee there.
Aiming his banana at
Ooh,
Senpai.
that is a P.E.K.K.A here coming down for Senpyrek. Seems angry.
Yeah, let's see if he can stop that one. I remember Senpai struggling yesterday against one of those P.E.K.K.As.
Yeah, and now there's the Ram Rider here coming out, but he does have the mini P.E.K.K.A here who will deal quite a bit of damage, but there you can see why currently that Ram Rider is quite strong actually. Great reset there onto the Mother Witch. They're making sure she does not get more or less infinite value out of all these bats there. And Jesus actually already having dealt quite a big chunk of damage onto that left-hand tower here, taking it down to about 1400 HP. Interesting deck here that we see come out from Jesus, rocking the Hog Rider on one side, but also the Princess, a card we also really haven't seen much. Like even that double barrel deck there coming out for both Adipa and Solag in a last match didn't even feature the Princess.
I'm curious how many times those two players faced each other already in this league, in this Swisscom Hero League. It must be many times, like at least 4 times.
5 every season once, so
and then
5.
in the finals and
I think
playoffs. And
how long did we do double round robin? We did
that was
double
only first season, wasn't it?
Is that first?
Once we did the double elimination bracket.
Yeah, but there they only played against each other once. That was where Jesus first was in the finals, but then we had to redo the bracket, and then Jesus lost to Senpyrek. Remember that one fondly. I think they played, that's like the 11th
now you're
time
thinking of fondue. That's not surprising again.
No, fondly.
Yeah, we know the Swiss always add a li at everything.
Or that, I guess. There's a Hog Rider now coming down here for Jesus. And
there's a P.E.K.K.A Li. The P.E.K.K.A Li is crossing the bridge, Li, and the Princess going for the P.E.K.K.A Li.
Huge amount of
also
damage here.
A Ram Rider Li.
The Ram Rider Li does get eliminated by the... But what is a mini P.E.K.K.A then?
The
it is already small, you know?
Yeah,
it's already in the name. So a small mini P.E.K.K.A, like double the diminutive.
If it was Brawl Stars, you could call it Bruce Lee. That's the bear. But of course you don't know.
Send help.
Bruce Lee.
Great earthquake now here coming out for Jesus. He actually suffered quite a bit of damage there on his right-hand tower.
You don't know who Bruce is, do you? Bruce is the,
I know
the
who
very
Bruce Lee
popular,
is, but I don't
no, Bruce is the very popular bear played by Nida, the brawler. That's Bruce.
Okay.
He's very popular actually.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately not too big into the Supercell universe overall. There's another earthquake now coming down here, and not quite getting a connection here for
There's
Jesus.
actually, by the way, did you know?
One more will seal the deal. Oh my gosh, the bandit does charge through, and Senpyrek takes it here. Jesus is not happy with that one.
He actually looked happy, but it was super close. He thought he has it.
He had it in his palm, and
very, very close. Look at this.
Like also great defense here. We'll see
good,
that
good
in a
lead
second
here. Stable lead for Jesus. Actually.
A lead.
A stable lead.
Also, look at this defense here. Both the Ram Rider plus the Ewis, they're just locking up that pesky Hog Rider.
So far, Jesus is winning.
He's only one earthquake away from this one.
The Ram
and then
Rider
look at this. The bandit is literally Neo.
That's unbelievable.
Dodging underneath.
He was winning.
Then
it's unbelievable.
That lock and being like, no.
By the way, what I wanted to add, speaking of Supercell games, do you know they have a new game out in the beta?
No. What is it?
It's called. It's a mixture of Heyday and Clash of Clans, I'd say. And it's available in Switzerland actually for download, but not yet in Germany.
Oh,
It's
I see.
some selected countries where it's available already. I started playing it a bit. I don't know. Maybe it becomes.
They want to get the country with the big pockets for the microtransactions.
I don't know. Maybe it's about a smaller community to try the game, test the game out with
fair.
a smaller community. Anyways, it's interesting. It's an interesting game actually. I'm just not sure how long it will remain interesting.
Have you played it?
I did play it a few times now.
You'll have to show me afterwards.
Let me check the name quickly. Just for the audience if they're interested in the game. The game is called Everdale.
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 That's
Everdale.
That's a cool
Everdale.
name. Sounds fantasy related. Are like the characters or like the personas similar to the like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale one?
I know, it's actually like a new universe. It's not Clash of
great
Clans
heel
characters. It's more. Yeah, it's something different. It's closer to Heyday actually.
Yeah. There's a Hoglin being spawned. The Mother Witch there, luckily for Jesus, no, for Semperek, does fall to that poison, and therefore he does not get these a ton of Hoglins off of these bats. So now there's another magic archer. The Marcher is marching. I still don't like the name Marcher, gotta be honest.
Why are you using it then?
I'm not. Just trying it out for a second. There's another great heal spirit here being used by Jesus. He really
Fisherman getting destroyed.
does use that one to great effect here. And oh my gosh, that Mother Witch just dodging out from all of these bats
Look
there.
at all those Hoglins.
That's a lot of Hoglins.
Ay.
That's a lot of bacon. And the Royal Ghost is there just to make sure they do take down that tower. And
What about Senpai?
Jesus actually still has the elixir lead here.
Yeah, Senpai is not defending anymore.
Yeah.
Now he
like-
starts again.
I guess he's like, okay, that side is completely lost. I rather fill up my elixir bar completely here. And
Can
then,
he turn it once again? That's the question.
and then try and push down on the opposite side. It's actually the graveyard here, but with the Mother Witch, not gonna have the best of times here. And there's the counter push now already being mustered by Jesus.
Mastered,
Actually,
you mean?
no, mustard. You can muster a defense.
You mean mastered?
No, you can muster it.
Well. There's the Mega Knight crossing the bridge. There's the E-Barbs. Wow, E-Barbs here. But, yeah, there's no coming back this time here for Senpai. One strong push here for Jesus basically sealed the deal.
Yeah. And that just looked super solid here coming out from Jesus. Really felt like Senpai couldn't really do too much there. I mean, even once he built that push behind the Mega Knight there, the Jesus, that is, still had those E-Barbs, and they were able to make quite quick work of that big tank. And also the graveyard, even though supported by the poison, couldn't really hold up.
What is going on with this title there? It's like moving on the screen and weird.
I did not catch that. Do it again, I didn't see it.
It was like half there, and then it stopped, and then it went fully out, and then it went weird. Well. Yeah, please show
Production will
please
read
show
it
that banner again.
in slow-mo. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's, oh my god.
Okay.
You know?
Wow, that is high tech here.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know?
It's almost like that.
Yeah. Thank you, Lars.
Thank you, Lars. Thank you, production, actually, for the very cool effects here. Yeah, I really want to mention production here. Those two guys here, it's actually only two guys. sitting right there. And I feel like they're really doing a tremendous job here in the background, supporting the stream, changing all the scenes, making everything so good and polished. And yeah, just a big thank you guys for making this possible. Amazing.
Show production some love in the chat, please.
Yeah, did you see the picture froze for
Yeah.
a moment?
Super weird here. Talking about production.
As soon as you compliment them, it's like
they don't know how to handle it anymore. It just all crashes down. Don't know what it is.
It froze again. But I've seen you blinking though. So
Yeah, you know, but it's like it's quite dangerous if you do pranks like these, because I don't know if like if you're memeing, if like the picture actually freezes, or whether you have like a stroke.
I actually seen an artist yesterday on stage that kind of, he did his program like the microphone was damaged, and like he spoke, and every few seconds it was just muting his voice, and it was so perfect, like stopping in the right places. That was like really cool.
It's a lot of goblins here, once again into the arena. Goblin cage on the side of Jesus, and then Zenparect once again here opting for the goblin hut on his side.
A bomber.
I think that might just be the E-Giant deck here come out for Jesus. So far everything points to it, and for Zenparect I believe that might just be that double spawner deck, but we'll have to see whether we also gonna have that furnace come down here. While there's a Dark Prince and a bit of an oopsie, but Mega Knight is there to save the day, as a flying machine is hitting away at the E-Giant there, and yeah, Mega Knight doing a good job here, taking out
beautiful fireball.
Yeah, I think this one here might just be...
Yeah, I mean, the Mother Witch, she had it coming. I mean, she deserves it.
Significant matchup advantage, I'd argue, here for Zenparect, having not only the two buildings to counter that E-Giant, but also his tank here in the Mega Knight being a lot cheaper overall. Plus, in this specific matchup, the Inferno Dragon isn't really the best when compared to the flying machine here. Just a lot more sustained damage.
This is kind of a really careful match so far.
Yeah,
None of them really risking a big attack right now.
Spawner archetype always takes a bit of time here in order to set up properly and get that advantage out. Zenparect actually deciding to switch lanes here, just making sure he does not set up on the same side over and over again, because then Jesus can just chunk him out with continuous lightnings here, and such a great push here coming out now for Senpai, as he nearly gets the tower there, but the cannon card is connected to the tower and does fire away. Will get knocked down into his secondary state, but that's a 1200 HP just remaining, and the flying machine is still alive.
And
the elixir
connected.
advantage is in his favor, and that fire spirit will also help out. Yeah, this will be a tough one here for Jesus to stand strong against.
Basically 2 or 3 fireballs here for Senpai to actually win this one.
Yeah. And as a quick reminder here, this is if Jesus wins this one,
it's the first
all
one.
The three of Jesus, Zenparect, and Solak are actually all tied at 5 and 1. If Zenparect wins this, he will be in sole possession of first place currently.
6 wins that.
Yeah. Because Solak just lost to
Yeah, but look
Aditya.
at the push there by Jesus. It's not over yet. But there's the fireball. So
all ogre now. As
now it's over.
Fireball does come down here. Zenparect is relieved, does take a sip of his water there, and knows, okay, I mean, he threw out a good game quite early. He knew, okay,
It was
this
just
is a really tough...
one really strong
Yeah.
push when Jesus could hardly come back from that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can just see it here. I mean, that E-Giant has
146.
such a hard time even getting close to the tower with all these goblins spawning from the back, and then Semperak essentially just has to make sure that he doesn't lose his tower on the other side of the
It
arena.
just cycles as fast as he can.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then here,
then
just that second, that last
fireball
fireball there needed.
Jesus is like, what am I supposed to do? Come on.
This is mean. This is cyberbullying here, and Semperak is sticking it to him, but looking super strong here on the side of Semperak once again. And yeah, we'll have to see.
Match point for Senpai, that's for sure. And Senpai, as you said, would be the only one unbeaten here in this season.
Jesus just said in chat, Toy Boy is here apparently, because so far we've seen Toy Boy bring that spawner deck to his matches quite a lot. Yeah, I personally also like it quite a bit.
Spawner deck?
I can't really appreciate.
I don't.
I do.
Well, it was fun when it was just real spawner decks, like 5 spawners in the deck, and you could really overwhelm
you can
your
overdo
opponent.
good things. You know?
That was really cool when that actually was a thing.
Spawner decks are like chocolate, you know.
I mean,
there's the healthy amount, and then
that's just a 2-building deck. A real spawner deck. Just explaining you a little bit here. A real spawner deck.
Kids, back in the good old days where it just put spawners all over the place.
Listen. A real spawner deck.
Full of it. Yes, one deck.
You're still able to learn a few things. A real spawner deck is actually a deck where you try to win with spawners. The spawners are your win conditions, and you basically try to spam as many spawners onto the map as possible with the goal to overwhelm.
Also won with his
Let me
spawners.
finish. To overwhelm. I know it's hard to listen for you sometimes, but just try. No, and you try to overwhelm the opponent. That's what the definition of kind of a spawner deck, how the term is used.
Today I learned some Clash Royale lingo here from back in the old days.
It's still what a spawner deck is actually called.
From a true spawner purist. As there's the Valkyrie now entering the arena for Semperak. Once again, he sticks to that card here in his Royal Hawk deck. As it's just a back and forth here between Hawks.
Yeah, that's already tower there. For
yeah, oh my
Senpai.
god, Semperak taking down that tower. Unresponded Valkyrie. I mean, I've been playing the game for like 3 years myself now, and I'm still surprised how much damage the Valkyrie does and how tanky she really is. Semperak now does have the lead here and the chance to close it all out if he just can hold off the aggression here from Jesus. Jesus scratching his head in the meantime. Have to come up with a little something here. He knows it's not going to be the easiest one against that mortar, and also especially with the Valkyrie in deck for Semperak that just does not only great into the Royal Hawks but also against the 3 Musketeers.
Yeah, it's really difficult here for Jesus to try to come back. He did some good damage there on the top left tower, but now of course Senpai is defending, and the mortar just works excellent here for a defensive playstyle.
Yeah, also poor Royal Hawks here. They get pulled back and forth, have to charge onto that cannon card and then back onto the mortar. At least one of them gets to knock his head against that tower.
Senpai is not gonna lose this one.
No, it's 15 seconds remaining here.
Is really
pretty
safe
much the
now.
last chance here for Semperak, but with both the cannon card as well as the mortar, and there's also the Valkyrie now helping out, making sure no bacon does get to the tower, and with this Semperak remains undefeated, takes sole possession of first place and wins over his nemesis in Jesus here with a pretty clean, to be honest.
Maybe the magical archer could have done something there for Jesus. He had a few great hits, but he couldn't cycle back to the magical archer fast enough And yeah, maybe
Yeah, also,
that could have helped, but it was really difficult to actually get to that tower.
also here, I wasn't quite sure what the last 2 cards here are for to get the 3 musketeers, but like he just had no answer there to that Valkyrie, and it actually, yeah, got him a bit off guard there, I believe, and also, yeah, sealed the deal there for Semperek, and he's like, yeah, he's happy, he's
nodding there, yeah.
He's like, approved.
That's
approved.
good stuff.
Yeah, we got the goods, everyone. We got the goods.
Good stuff.
So yeah, Senpai is now actually 6-0 after only starting on the 3rd match day there, and pretty much having to go with double matches nearly every evening now, ever since. And
Let's have a look at the
great.
stats.
Yeah,
there they are. 1-3. 3-1 for Senpai. And yeah, you know we're on screen, actually.
Yes, I still take a picture.
Well. Yeah, you see the mortar deck there. I think that's definitely a deck worth copying. Because this combo with the Royal Hawks and the mortar really works well, especially together with the Earthquake.
Yeah, really like it.
That's a great combination.
It's also super valuable, like on defense, between the Valkyrie, having a building, and then also, if necessary, the Earthquake, but mostly that Royal Delivery is great. Yeah, and we can also see.
I wonder what production strength. Anyways, we have Senpai ranked here on top with 6 wins, 0 losses right now. Solak currently number 2, 5 wins and 1 loss.
Yeah.
And Cheese is currently number 3 with 4 wins and 2 losses. Yeah. That's how it looks. At the end, after match number 4, we'll have the full results for you, where we currently stand. It's only one, if I'm right, it's only one more match day, actually. And then we already in the playoffs. Isn't that crazy? And
are we being shown more stuff? And now it's actually Dutchim here versus Kefron for that last match here of the night. And yeah, as we mentioned previously, both of them are currently in last place here, and have to try their very best here to desperately get one more win under their belt and potentially avoid relegation. So will not be the easiest one to handle, because it's actually for both of them it's their last match here. So yeah, they don't have any more chances after this. Then it's like not in their hands anymore.
I can't wait for the next playday, actually, when we will have Solak against Senpai. That will also be very interesting one to see. It's only one more match for Senpai.
Yeah.
And if he wins that one, he goes flawlessly into the playoffs.
Yeah, that would be the second time we have that from a player.
A huge comeback, yeah. When we had this the last time, the player actually, I think he lost in the playoffs or in the final.
Yeah, that was Dutchim. He lost in the finals versus Senpai of all
See,
things.
that weird thing appeared
it's
again.
There again.
What's that?
For some reason.
It looks like a bug on the screen. I don't know.
Maybe.
Some weird
it's also
time-space interruption, a singularity. I don't know.
It's weird.
Anyway, let's go into a short break, and after that, we'll be right back.
time that I regret for being so heartless. It was the moment of darkness.
Unstoppable.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Mit dem Shuttle wäre es natürlich toll, wenn man den nicht vergisst zu machen, weil sonst ist es einfach nervig, wenn man jetzt...
Alice, kannst du mir helfen mit dem WLAN-Passwort?
Mom, geh doch einfach auf die My Swisscom App!
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Et voilà, Internet ultra rapide.
Toujours pas.
Bah non. Ouais, allô? Ouais, écoutez, j'ai un souci familial. Ça marche pas.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Swisscom Hero League, powered by ESL, with another night full of Clash Royale action here. My name's Don Rigoni, and joining me once again here, and for the last set of games here tonight, is Chief Avalon himself here.
Thank you so much.
How are you holding up?
Yeah, we have seen some really intense matches tonight. Two of them going all 5 sets. We see it right here, 3-2, 3-2. And then the last one just a little bit faster with a 3-1. So it's been a really intense fight night here. Good fights this night. And yeah, the last one I think will not be the less.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because as mentioned before the break, like the stakes, they are quite high here for both of these players. Not in terms of placements for playoffs, but it's both of them have their last match now, and after this they will potentially remain at the very bottom of our standings here. Whoever wins still has a chance here to make it into playoffs, and the other one has to go for the relegations here, unfortunately.
And we already see the bans here on screen. Kefran bans the Mother Witch. Yeah, that's painful for you because you like her that much. And then painful for me on the other hand, Dachim bans the clone. I really like the clone. So we're suffering, both of us, a little bit.
I mean, the Mother Witch here just makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's one of these bans that I think it's the most banned card that we currently see, because it is so omnipresent in so many different decks and archetypes, and it's just one of these cards that it's if she once or twice in a match gets like good value off, spawns a lot of Hoglins, because you have to like defend for your life essentially, and she gets to take out a few skeletons or bats or spear goblins. You might just be in for a lot of pain, and yeah, it can just really punish you. Plus, also potentially Kefron would like to play the graveyard, and she's kind of a notorious graveyard counter. And then the clone, on the other hand, that's more like a bit of a signature or target ban here, directed at Kefron, who we've seen bring out some cheesy clone decks in the past, and Dutchim just wants to make sure he gets none of these shenanigans and can play the game properly.
It's basically going against the Lava Hound clone, the Golem clone, and sometimes the E-Golem clone.
E-Golem?
Yeah.
Is that one still being played?
Sparky, E-Golem or Sparky, Goblin Giant.
Yeah.
Those combos, sometimes with a clone.
Yeah.
But most of the time we see Golem and Lava Hound with the clone. And so he's banning that, because that can be quite a rush that you cannot defend when all those cloned units attack. So it's an understandable ban here. And yeah, we're looking forward to an amazing match.
Yeah, and I personally expect from both of these players, well, first of all, that they give it their all really here, because after this it's no second chances anymore. Personally, I think Kev will probably be seeing one or the other Golem come out from Kefron here, maybe even from Dutchim. He's been showing that deck in the past. Then, of course, also Double Spawner is open here. Even though the Mother Witch is not available, so I'm not 100% sure whether they decide to run it. I can really see E-Golem with just E-Giant rather, replacing the Mother Witch here for both of them. Also an archetype that they've both brought to their matches in the past this season. Yeah, so or of course the Graveyard, various iterations of Graveyard decks. Also something Dutchim especially likes, and also Kefron has been bringing that quite a lot here, especially when the clone has been banned.
That is the case. Our players are getting prepared. Maybe here a little quest to production where we're at, because we don't see anything right now. So we don't know if they're ready, if they're in the chat, if they're requesting already. Yeah, should request any second now, and we should be able to give you this match. And yeah, it's actually only 5 more matches till the regular season is over, and we're going into the playoffs.
Yeah, time is really flew past.
Really fast. Yeah, that's because we have 2 match days a week. It's really fast like that.
Yeah, definitely. And also with these back-to-back match days here, we're gonna be back, of course, with our 7th and last official play day next Tuesday, and then after that it's already into playoffs.
We're starting with
Friday.
A Goblin Barrel.
Never mind all these siege
and the King Tower
assumptions
activation.
I made. It's going to be the Goblin Barrel.
And the
this
Princess.
time with the Princess.
Oh, what a mean bomber.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
Just throw it at them, and yeah, okay. At least the graveyard prediction stands true.
It looks like Dutchim's going back to his Splash Yard deck.
Kinda looks like it so far.
Maybe
Will he
there's
also
a
be
bowler
running the
in it
bomber
as well.
here? There's the second barrel now coming down, but he does have the Goblin Cage here. That does a great job again against these against the Skeleton Barrel. Dutchim here having an interesting angle for his camera. Nice hands. He was like, there we can see him.
He's actually standing.
Yeah. So so much pressure and so much on the line, he needs to fully focus, you know.
Princess getting a few more hits.
Another bomber here, making his way down the left-hand side. Not get a hit though. Currently just at 450 damage separating the two of them. But with a graveyard, that can just change within seconds.
An Inferno Tower, interesting choice.
Okay, we're being told by production that Dutchim has to play out like outside his window because his Wi-Fi connection isn't great.
Yeah, that's of course unfortunate.
We of course hope that it does hold up here. We don't run into any technical difficulties. As there's another Skarmy here deployed by Kefran.
It's really an interesting deck here that Dutchim plays. He doesn't even have a tank in it.
Yeah, I mean he does have the Baby Dragon and the Dark Prince, I guess. But actually, a lot of damage here coming out. Oh my god, that was not a great fireball here, what I can tell. And Prince is here firing away at the tower. Quite a bit of splash damage there for him, and another log coming down for some additional chip damage. Not too much direct damage here for Kefran, but with the double barrels, that can oftentimes doesn't matter too much because you have the direct access to that tower and Tornado there, making sure no connection there.
It's really difficult for Dutchim to go against that very fast Goblin Barrel cycle.
Yeah, yeah. And also this time around he does not have... Oh, that's a really good bar barrel though.
A bit heavier, I guess.
Now this graveyard is kind of the one to make or break it, and he does make it by the looks of it. Dutchim takes it here for the first one, cycling to that Tornado back super duper fast.
That was a great comeback. All it needs is one graveyard that hits. We have a replay for you guys. It was looking so good for Kefran, just a little more patience.
I know it's a meme at this point, but it's like easy, just hit. Also here, a great bar barrel there coming down, rather on the late side, but he managed to prevent pretty much all the damage. And then here,
this graveyard
already being
here
back to that Tornado, saving him so much.
Basically uncountered.
Yeah.
Wow. And he had the log too late.
You can see the relief on his face. He was like, okay, that one was a doozy.
You can see Kefran is a little bit angry at himself there at the end because he also feels like he should have won that one. There were some little mistakes maybe at the end that allowed that graveyard to really hit and impact that much. So
yeah, I think it was also like he didn't probably take into account that he's back to a Tornado that fast because he's just used it in a previous engagement. And but also I feel like he was probably not quite as happy with the barrel timing. That's usually quite hard to do because you don't want them to hit at the same time. So you don't want the skeleton barrel to pop at the same time that the goblin barrel lands, because then exactly what happens there in the end will happen, that your opponent with a log or a barbell can just take them all out rather than...
what happens there will happen. We're into the next match that will happen right now. And here it happens.
Another barrel.
It's already on the tower.
Yeah. This time he does have the sap though.
Beautiful
does make
sap.
It quite a bit easier to take out these skeletons at least. And there are the arrows. Or the goblins.
Yes.
So this time he does actually have the answer.
Yes.
Like a wise oracle.
Yes.
He does have all the answers.
Yes.
It is going to be the E-barbs here coming down for Dutchim. You get a lot of value out of
E-barbs still, one of them is still at like 60%.
Yeah, but the log, they're doing a great job pushing them back, making sure the
Kefran's
Dart
sticking to the Goblin Barrel.
Yeah, this time though, no arrows in hand for Dutchim. Has to use the zap there onto those pesky goblins. That does prevent most of the damage, but still, Kefron there with a significant damage lead so far. There's another princess that does get some arrows to the back of her head.
Skelly barrel. Wow.
Okay, this time it's a Skarmy for
Like,
Dutchim here.
Here we are, and then the big swarm of skellies. Yeah, we're more than you are.
Yeah. The numbers game at this point.
Yeah, it's interesting that Kefran stuck to the same deck that he played before and was not successful with. But here against the E-Barbs.
Great Zap there coming down. Also, Zap being such a big brain pick here in this matchup. He gets so much value out of it. Once again, the princess is not long for this world. Talking about numbers game, by the way. 21, also great movie. Especially if you like blackjack.
Ah, I'm not sure. I think I have not seen it yet. It may be on my list though.
There's another Zap now coming down here for Dutchim.
A golem.
There it is.
Dutchim likes to play the golem.
Interesting deck here coming down for
Good
Dutchim.
counter by Kefran. That's what you want to do. The moment he plays the golem, counter other lane. But there's the arrows.
Ooh, those skeletons though, they do a ton of damage onto that tower. It's actually going to be the Inferno tower here. Does have to use the Zap quite early, can't really use it for a proper reset. Otherwise, the Skarmy would just take them out. And I think he knows at this point that this is probably the game here, but the arrows do buy him a little more time.
If you play golem and the opponent has Inferno tower, that's unlucky at least.
Yeah. I mean, he does have the Zap here, but as you can see there, like together with the Skarmy, just makes it so hard. And yeah, even that E-Barb does not get a hit onto it. But there's one goblin in the back. That's just
15.
one more
There's the
formal log, and that will tie the score at 1-1.
Closes the gap here, 1-1. Yeah.
He does get there.
Unfortunate deck pick, or very great deck pick by Kefran, actually. Predicting his opponent really well, because you know Dutchim likes to play golem. He likes heavy deck, so it's actually a very good idea to bring that Inferno tower.
Yeah, it definitely was here. I mean, you'd usually run it in this deck because otherwise you just run the risk of getting completely overrun and potentially 3-crowned by a beatdown deck like this. But in this case, actually, he did a super good job. I mean, the Zap was really good as a card here for Dutchim into so many of Kefran's cards. But then again, like him, he essentially needed 2 Zaps. One to take out the Skarmy, otherwise they would just kill the Golem right away, and then one to also reset the Inferno tower. And I felt he was a little late on letting the Golem loose, because at that point he was already like, if he didn't defend, he couldn't afford to not defend on the other side of it. And at that point, it's like it's do or die, and you can't like really fully go in on one side because you also have to. You only have like 20 seconds remaining, so yeah, you're caught a bit between a rock and a hard place.
It looks like our prediction is getting true here. That also this one is gonna be a long match. So yeah, thanks so much if you're still staying with us here in this long evening with great matches. If you're still a Clash Royale enthusiast, you're really appreciated.
Good heal spirit there coming down for Kefran, absorbing the hit from Dark Prince.
Candy barbs.
This time the E-Barbs are on the side of Kefran here. But the Bomber, of course, being such a notorious answer.
The Bomber is actually kind of in the shadow of the Dark Prince, but it's probably the second card that is in almost every deck.
Yeah, and
the Dark Prince.
Like ever since its rework, it's been so strong. Kefran here opting for the Sparky. Well, a lot of damage here in favor of Dachim already. And now can he defend against this Sparky? I mean, he does have both his skeletons as well as the Fire Spirit. And that will just mean, okay, never mind. He gets the hit off with the Sparky. Great zap there.
That was a nice zap.
He had that one ready. And at this point, it kind of becomes like a mind game for both of them. Can he like wait long enough in order to absorb the Sparky hit? Or will the zap come in clutch? There's another E-Barb. I mean, based on matchup, I think Dachim here does have a slight advantage here because he has a lot of a faster cycle. Also has quite a significant damage lead.
In the lead now with 399.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cheap tower now, 399.
And also, if this potentially goes for like the second tower, I think Dachim has the advantage here because
raging the Goblin Giant.
I think we've seen that yesterday as well.
Sparky.
Kefron.
Where's the zap? No zap this time.
Yeah,
but it was a good push.
Zap is not enough to take
Look at
out
how much damage the Goblin Giant did.
True that. But it's now 55 HP remaining here only onto that tower and only 20 seconds remaining. So if Kefron cannot push through
a
here,
fireball.
And yeah, that will just seal the deal here and also hold back the Sparky and take it out nearly. As that's a lonely Goblin Giant here that will fall to the hands of the Bandit together with that Dark Prince. And this means Dachim gets himself to that match point here, is in the lead now with a 2-1. Super solid performance here coming out from him. And we're gonna have another look here at that.
Yeah, that was a really solid performance. There was literally no way here for getting that Sparky to the tower because first Dachim was surprised, but
also
after
20
that
seconds, quite ambitious.
It didn't work anymore after that. It just worked once. He got a good shot at the tower, but then that's it. After that, Dachim knew and he really prepared himself well for the next pushes, and he was not surprised anymore.
Yeah, also
really
Dachim
well played here by Dachim.
Also Dachim doing a super good job here of just keeping up that pressure, being relentless when it comes to punishing these heavy cards. And yeah, overall deserved victory here, I'd say. Looked great from his side. I mean, also a bit unlucky here for Kefron that there were so many cheap answers in the hand of Dachim, or in the deck rather, because between the Fire Spirit and the Skeletons, he has so many tools to absorb these shots. But also, like, I really liked how Dachim used the Goblin Drill to actually answer the Sparky. Especially in the end, you could see it like absorbing the shot,
Game
plus
number
also
4.
taking down the tower, and then
possible
Sparky
match
itself.
point for Dachim.
Yeah. Kefron here. Maybe a bit of salt here, throwing down that Goblin Drill emote there. As it's once again a Bomber and a Dark Prince. No big surprise seeing these cards these days.
Dark Prince. As always. At least it's not a minor decks here, minor control and poison, nothing else. That was the worst season we had. I know, was it season 2? When everybody just played minor poison?
I think that was back in season 1.
I'm missing the 3 crowns a little bit in this season.
Oh, we had a few actually. I think we had more than in previous seasons, I think.
The best season for 3 crowns was the one when E-Goal came out.
Yeah, true. Well, I don't think everyone wants to remember those days. Graveyard here on both sides actually of the arena. And yeah, a lot of damage here. Quite advantageous, or a lot better of a graveyard here
the
for Kefron.
Freeze! How cheesy is that?
That's very cheesy. I'm being triggered here. live on stream. 550 HP and about remaining on that tower. So
yeah, Dutchim definitely trying to close the gap here and winning this game for him.
Even letting
228.
Even letting that barb get through there. Best thing here for Dutchim.
The last card Dutchim has is probably poison.
Yeah, very, very likely. But also interesting. That
Or another spell, maybe a rocket or so, but I don't think so.
Yeah, didn't have it though for that graveyard by Kevron. I think he would have used it there.
Fireball.
Oh, it is the fireball.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it is the fireball.
And once again here, great defense coming out for Kevron. And he's also like, he's not under too much pressure here to defend all of it, but he still does a fantastic job here at it. So there's now another graveyard coming down.
Yeah, so many defenses.
And yeah, that
but then they
freeze
all
will
just
seal
get
the deal
frozen
here, I think. No, actually, it does not quite get there. Never mind.
Okay, turns into
Dutchim
good
gets
counter
another
push.
chance.
Great
Unlucky
counter push.
spawns there potentially.
Tornado, nice.
Pull
But
everything
almost
together.
no damage done.
Yeah, once
That's
again.
weird. Wow.
Just Kevron doing such a good job here of defense over and over. Is the freeze by itself actually enough here? I don't think so. I don't know how much damage the freeze
me
does
neither.
on tournament level standard. There's Tornado here once again. Baby Dragon firing away. I think the problem here partly is that Dutchim is a little
Look at the
bit too
two
much
baby
under
dragons.
pressure. And
Yeah,
that's okay. There he goes.
It's
Down he
not gonna
falls.
work.
And it's a full-on 5-game series here once again. I mean,
This
we've just been one game short so far tonight of going like the full distance there can even be. So
it's like a 15-round boxing match before it was banned. It's like
pretty much a contrary from yesterday, because yesterday I think we had
yesterday was quite short.
We had 2 or 3 zeros and like 1-3-1 or something.
So for everyone that is greedy or looking for knowledge, the freeze we were just informed makes 29 damage.
Yeah. So would have needed 3 freezes actually to
Here's
take
the
that one
replay.
down.
Yeah, yesterday was really fast. Today are really long matches.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's also partly because we are approaching the end of the season. Everyone wants to give their very best. Also, everyone trying to play a bit safer maybe as well. And just in order to not lose their potential playoff spots here last minute. As Kevron had quite the advantage here
Now
early
all
on.
or nothing. Next one will be the match point for either Dutchim or Kevron.
Yeah, and
who would you put your bet on right now? It's really hard to tell.
It's really hard, honestly. Like in the past, I think Dutchim has been the stronger player for most, or at least the more successful one. But Kevron, he's always been good for like a surprise. He's looked super strong as well.
But so is Dutchim. He always has a surprise. What's that thing?
It's there
it's
again.
like I'm trying to
Can
put
he,
it away,
can he
but
like shush it, you know?
Yeah, like swoosh. Yeah, look, it moves. It works. Yes.
There we go.
Yay!
We got it. We got it out. Thanks.
We got it out. Awesome. Nice. Yeah. I hope these things never come back. I hope it never comes
I'm
back.
a little scared.
Yeah, it looked a bit scary.
Alright, and it's do or die here for both of these players. Mind you, whoever loses this one is out of playoffs and into relegations here for Season 6. So, the really like the stake couldn't be higher.
Minor, what am I seeing? The goblin drill? Yeah, the goblins actually get to the tower. Damn!
Yeah. And that's a ton of damage here coming down for Dutchim already.
Strong start for Dutchim.
From that goblin drill.
Yeah, before that thing appeared on screen. That's what I wanted to say. Dutchim is always good for a surprise.
Yeah. usually brings some unorthodox decks as well, but now that that first back and forth exchange here is over, it's pretty much even damage. It's like, yeah, not even 50 damage separating the two of them.
47.
Actually.
43. Yeah.
Math is hard, I know.
No, it's late.
Math is never late, nor is it early.
Math is not hard.
It's math exactly when it's meant to be.
Math is fun. It's the only true thing there is.
There. I can get behind that, I guess.
Goblin Barrel. And
Tesla there coming down. Oh, look at this. With
Yeah,
the Fire Spirit. Ah, such a good answer here into those Goblin Barrels. One Fire Spirit, one single lonely cheap Fire Spirit is enough to take out an entire barrel of goblins. So, would you rather put them in a barrel and throw them at your opponent's tower, or put them in a drill and deploy them at your enemy's tower? Ooh.
Oh, Kefron not happy about that.
Not the greatest one there. Also has to invest
Kefron
a lot of elixir there into his defense.
looks a bit desperate right now. This is not going the way he wished for.
Yeah. Certainly not, and that Dark Prince also does charge
But
down.
it's still close. I mean,
he gets a lot of damage now.
not over yet. There's the Goblin Barrel.
Not over till the fat lady sings, as they say. But this one does actually
That's
mean
one
tower
tower
down here for Kefron.
Now the pressure is on Kefron.
20 seconds here, separating Dutchim from potential playoff spot here. 15 seconds now. Can Kefron get there? He plays this Dark Goblin on the opposite side there. Deploys another barrel. Great Fire Spirit. Could just seal the deal here. And ladies through gentlemen, I think Dutchim has made it here. Kefron not too happy here, but in a real nail biter here of a match. Dutchim eventually takes it with a 3-2.
Today is really intense. Another 3-2 battle. Another replay here. Dutchim had a good start. It looked closer than it was here at the start, with kind of this exchange between Goblin Barrel and Goblin Drill, but the Goblin Drill is the stronger version actually.
Yeah, also just great responses here in the deck of Dutchim. I mean, he had the building in the Tesla for safety, Fire Spirit pretty much being the MVP here, and then also Bomber plus Dark Prince. Just overall really strong cards here coming out.
I'm really looking forward to the standings. We will have them in a few seconds.
Yeah, but
here
first
come the stats.
Have a look. Let's have a look here at the deck stats for this matchup here. And there you can see again pretty much a classic kind of log bait on the side of Kefron here, featuring the Skarmy, kind of a newer addition to this archetype. In the past, people would also sometimes run like fireballs or even a rocket in its stead. But with the prevalence of like beatdown decks and tanks overall, and also E-barbs, I guess, the need was really there to add in something like this Skarmy to take care of.
Yeah, the Rocket Goblin Barrel was actually a really nice combination where you were able to hide the Goblin Barrel below the Rocket. We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
That was a good one. And yeah, then on the side of Dutchim, I mean, it's just a classic with the Goblin Drill. I really don't like that decks that much, to be honest. Goblin Drill is a very strong choice.
Yeah. Also, it's such a cheap win condition here, only 4 elixir, and if it remains unanswered, you could see there how much damage it's able to do.
How is Kefron gonna answer this with the deck that he has?
Yeah, he really
it's really difficult.
That's also why we saw, like, was it Senpai Rect or Jesus? I'm not quite sure who replaced the princess with a Valkyrie in the log bait deck, just to be able to answer a potential Goblin Drill, because the princess itself is just not enough. The log by itself also, you have to kind of deploy it late if you want to kill the goblins that like spawn when it like goes down. But then there's also like 2 goblins already, and these melee goblins, if they get to the tower, they do so much damage. I'm always surprised. Also, when you run the goblin barrel, it's insane how fast your tower melts.
I found that the bomber is actually not a bad choice against the goblin drill. Sometimes the princess can work, but she's just a little bit too slow. The bomber is a good choice unless the opponent also has arrows, then it's just too easily wiped out.
Yeah. Not even sure whether it kills the melee goblins in one shot or not. Not 100% on that, to be honest. But yeah, the Fire Spirit here certainly a really good inclusion for Dutchim, saving him so much HP off of these cheeky goblin barrels. I mean, yeah, that's also the reason I didn't know before today. I wasn't aware that the newly reworked Fire Spirit kills the entire goblin barrel, and I mean that's such a worthwhile trade. You're so fast at your one cost Fire Spirit, and just to deploy that, and you get +2 elixir. I mean,
let's go to the standings, my friend. There
they
are.
Estate.
Senpai Rect, 6 wins. Wow, 0 losses. He's number 1 again. He's back with a vengeance. It's crazy. Like last season, the only season he didn't win. And for this season, basically everything's possible now with a flawless season so far. But then, nonetheless, Solak here with only 1 loss on 2nd spot, and Jesus with only 2 losses on 3rd spot.
Yeah.
What happens there in the lower area of this?
It's also interesting, like we just mentioned, like on top, Senpai, Solak, and Jesus, they pretty much only lost to each other. Solak just lost to Adipa today, but other than that, like both of Jesus' losses were against Senpai and his teammate Solak. So outside of that, he's also been undefeated. Actually, personally, really like Adipa getting quite a bit of momentum as a newcomer in this season. He's looked fantastic. In the beginning, there were a few hiccups, some minor mistakes that like cost him the game. I mean, he did lose to Kefron, I think, on his very first match day, if I'm not mistaken. But then, yeah, further down in the bracket here, in our standings, Baumbert and Dutchim, like both managing to kind of hold on here with both one match outstanding still, or 1 match to still play, if I'm not mistaken. No, both of them are at. Yeah,
who will Senpai play against next week? Will it be Solak?
Yeah, Solak.
Right on.
And then Solak plays against Senpai. Jesus will be playing against Adipa, I think.
So basically everyone now has 6 matches except for
Kefron and Adipa
and Kefron.
Yeah. Kefron is already out of playoffs contention and into relegations here, and the question next week that we'll have to solve is whether Toyboy will join him in relegations, or who between Dutchim and Baumbert and Toyboy can secure those last 2 playoff spots. For the other ones, it's pretty much locked in. So Senpai, Solak, Jesus, and Adipa are all already locked into playoffs.
Yeah, that sums it up really well. That was an intense fight night and great matches, great games, all of them very long, intense and close. So yeah, what can we expect next week? Actually, the next Clash Royale will be next Tuesday again, match day number 7. And yeah, match day number 7. I was confused because there were 2 day 7s. That confused me for a moment. Match day number 7, that will be next Tuesday. But there is also some other stuff happening in between. And then on the 10th of September, we'll have the first quarterfinals. Yeah. That will be Friday next week, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, tell us a little bit about the other stuff there.
The other stuff is our CSGO match days that are still taking place here. One of them tomorrow with day 6 here, and then on Monday there will also be the last regular day of of the regular season, followed by another community stream day. Okay, I'm covered by the schedule. That's lovely. And after that, they're also into playoffs here already. But actually, also one more thing that you should definitely remember is this weekend, so the upcoming weekend on the 4th and 5th of September, we'll be holding our qualifiers for the Season 6 League of Legends competition. So you and your friends and your team can sign up for that one. For both of these qualifiers, we'll have 8 teams each that will qualify for the further rounds, and then you'll be matched up against each other in the round of 16s, and then from quarterfinals onwards, you're gonna be here live on stream. Once again, we'll also be hosting a vote on Twitter where you can participate on which of the quarterfinals we're going to be showing. So make sure to drop us a follow at ESL Swiss and at Swisscom_gaming if you want to participate in those and cheer on your fellow league players and teams. And yeah, make sure you do not miss the action. Yeah,
and that concludes a great gaming night with us. Great fight, and it was really amazing. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope so did you. Guys, stay happy, healthy, stay awesome, and we'll see you next week again. Me, myself, and I, and my dear friend Luca.
And what do we say to the balloon? Or to the balloon? See you soon. Goodbye.
Unstoppable.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Mit dem Scheitel wäre es natürlich toll, wenn man den nicht vergisst zu machen, weil sonst ist es einfach nervig, wenn man jetzt...
Kannst du mir helfen mit dem WLAN-Passwort?
Mann, geh doch einfach auf die My Swisscom App!
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Et voilà, Internet ultra rapide.
Toujours pas.
Ah non. Ouais, allô? Ouais, écoutez, j'ai un souci familial. Ça marche pas.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
peace and love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. Midnight hour seems to come and go. Drinking and sipping mixes 'cause you can. And all